Unfiltered. What's up, my brother? Oh my God! Listen.
My man, Black Man Unfiltered. Shout out to
you guys. Go follow this smart man right here. This smart man right here, Black Man Unfiltered. Go follow him.
It's a great show. It is an absolute great show. Yeah, you are missing out if you are not tuned in and subscribe to Black Man Unfiltered Network.
I ain't ready yet.
Everybody in this channel. Everybody in this chat, before you leave here, make sure you hit the like button, make sure that you are subscribed, because whether you agree or not, you see that this is a higher level of conversation that we're having. So
right.
if you can hang with it, you're more than welcome to come on in and support Black Man Unfiltered and the messages that he's putting out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. What's up? What's up? What's up? So, man, listen, I am so glad to see you guys, man. I'm so glad to see you. And I want to start out with family first. We got to start with family first. You know, the chat is the family, right? They keep the conversation going in the chat and we keep it going over here. So we got Randy in the building tonight. Let's give it up for Randy. Let's give it up for Randy. Let's give it up. We got Stephen Day in the building tonight. We got Jenny in the building tonight. We got Anya in the building. Lance, come on, Jenny Moore. And Sir Health Speaks is in the building tonight. So, man, I want to give a shout out to all of them. I know they'll be over here in a little while, man. But it is so good to see everybody, man. It is so good to be here again on Friday. So, listen, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some of these dynamic duo of fellas that I have in here tonight. Man, I first want to bring in the guy, man, the man, E-Man is in the building tonight, guys. We got to give it up for E-Man. You muted. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. Hey, man, what kind of shirt that is you got on tonight, man? You already
know about them Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, okay. Oh, you still
national champions?
Hey, I can deal with the Bulldogs. I just can't deal with the Falcons, man. You know, but
say something like that.
Yeah.
I knew it. Hey, just a quick note, man. I heard there's a good chance you might get Russell, bro.
I know it. I saw that. Yes, sir. We get Russell. It's over.
You know, man. I'm in these streets in Seattle, bro.
Yeah. Hey, you ain't got to tell me, bro. I'm already ready for it, sir. And I don't want to hear nothing when we come. We get Russell. We're gonna run through Atlanta like, man, it's gonna be.
Y'all will find a way to mess it up. New Orleans always find a way to mess it up.
Don't do that. There we go. Here we go. Don't do that. See, who's doing good. We're doing good.
Either way. Don't worry. I ain't worried about it. Russell,
hey, Mandrell, check your email, Mandrell. Check your email for the link, brother. I sent it to you. Hey, so listen, E-Man. E-Man has his own website, guys, and I want to promote my brother, man. I got to promote my brother, right? We have these YouTube channels, but he has something that's important to the community. He's a leader in his community, man, and so E-Man, I just want to take this little time out, man, to give you a block of time to tell them what it is that you do and what your website represents, so we can get people to come to that site, man.
So yeah, man, I just had a lot of people in the community reaching out to me, and they was really getting screwed over in business. They didn't understand that business owners get 0% interest loans, grants, and ways to really be kind of successful. So what I do is I'm a business develop coach. My goal is to help you not even to develop your business through our different stages, and I also is designed to help you establish business too. So my goal is just to be able to help people be able to take things into their own hands. And at edemandwilliams.com, you can actually go there, send me a message, and we can actually book a consultation. So my goal is just trying to help all people be able to get businesses up and running. That's what we do at edemandwilliams.com.
All right, and throughout the show, you'll be able to see edemandwilliams.com under as his name tonight. He's using it as his name tonight. So you have no other excuse because it's there all night for you to see. So please go see E-Man, edemandwilliams.com. Thank you, E-Man, for telling the crew about that. All right, man. So listen, last but not least, we got a guy in here, man. I'm waiting on him to not show up because that lets me know that the baby is here. But anyway, the baby is not here yet because I see him in the back. So I want you guys to give it up for my guy, man, my brother, Queso. Come on, give it up.
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
We're doing good,
man. Hey, man, give us an update on the baby, man. Come on.
You know what's funny, man? My wife is out at her friend's house right now, so it's like she acting like she ain't even pregnant.
Oh,
but she's doing good. She's feeling good. She's ready to have the baby like this second. I don't want the baby to come till Monday because I want to enjoy Sunday nights. I want to order bad food. I want to sit on the couch. I want to yell at the TV. I want to watch commercials, all that stuff. So we'll see what happens because it could happen any moment.
Man,
got my phone right here just in case.
And before we move forward, I want to give Queso his roses, man. I've been used to stalking him a little bit lately, and I'm telling you, that spoken word is something that is unbelievable. The way that he put those words together, I'm telling you, definitely, we already know, subscribe to the Black Man Unfiltered, but also go to Queso, listen to that spoken word. I really think E-Man, the Williams is starting to rub off of him. He talking about being selfish. Yes, be selfish before you help anybody else. So I love your channel, brother, and I see it's growing and you're doing some magical things over there. I just want to give you some roses, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
And you know what, man? Hey, if you want to do some spoken word right now, I mean, this is your opportunity.
Nah, you know why I'm not gonna do one right now? Because I just did this, bro. I'm full, bro.
And you know what? You and Jedi might need to be spokespersons for Popeyes, bro.
Yeah, it's Jedi Mike's fault. Every time I see him on here, I'm like,
he got Popeyes.
Yo, he be doing it to me.
He got Popeyes. Every time you see Jedi Mike, he got a box of Popeyes chicken, bro. Like, for real, man. It's crazy, bro. Yeah. It's crazy, man. But anyway, so we got a few other guys coming in here in a minute. Sir Hell's finishing up on another platform right now, but he'll be here in just a second, man. But I just wanted to highlight you guys, man, because you guys are doing the work, man, and you're taking care of your families, your wives, your children, and so I just want to, give you your flowers while you can smell them, bro. Give you your flowers while you can smell them, man, and appreciate the Black man because we don't get a lot. We don't get a lot of that. So, Black David. Check your email, Black David. You probably check your email once a year.
Well, look, let us give us your flowers, man. I think what you're doing with your channel, man, is absolutely dope. You're having these conversations day in, day out. You're consistent. You allow, different points of view to be spoken on this channel. You kind of let it be a sort of like a little gladiator ring, you know what I'm saying? You're like, hey, let them at it,
Yeah.
I think your channel is definitely standing out amongst a lot, And I can't wait to see, man, how this thing grows, because this is some dope stuff, bro. This is some dope stuff. It's hard to spread the time between all these different channels, man. So I choose a few that I try to dedicate my time to. And like, you're one of them. Anton is another one. And man, I love it. I love it, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro.
But the one thing I can tell you about the Black Man Unfiltered network is they're current. It's a lot of people talking about stuff that's not even important. And one thing I know, in the middle of the day, I don't even have to check my feed. Black Man Unfiltered is gonna definitely hit me with whatever's going on. Quick live video, even if it's about 5 to 10 minutes. And what I really love about what he do is what he does is genuine, the information he's sharing. I can tell he's not doing it for likes or strives. It's really what he thinks. And I love that transparency, definitely from a Black man. So keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it, man. We ain't gonna, hey, listen, man. We ain't gonna no clinics tonight, man. Y'all ain't finna do all that crying. Okay. I just making sure, But anyway, man, I appreciate you guys for that, man. That means a lot to me, bro. It helps me continue to move on, because that's what I want to do. I want to have a platform where everybody can come in, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what you come from, your background, how you grew up, if you had a daddy, didn't have a daddy. Everybody seems to have a voice, and so I have a no mute policy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to mute nobody or say nobody can't speak their mind or from any perspective. So that's what we do here. If you're just coming in right now, thank you for being here. Become a part of the Black Men Unfiltered Network family by hitting that subscribe button, hit that like button, so we can have some great conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a guy that's just hey guys, every week I got to do this for this guy. I definitely got to do it. He's an ex stripper. He comes by way of Nigeria. He's Nigerian, and he's been a stripper for a long time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you a man that is not afraid to shake a tail feather. He's not afraid to make his chest jump. He's not afraid to put the Dollar General baby oil on his chest and walk down the streets of Brooklyn.
He had to fall asleep online. Yeah, you gotta make sure you put that ain't scared to fall asleep online too.
Oh yeah. Ain't afraid to take a nap and rest on your stream. We got to give it up for my guy, the one, the only, Black David. Let's get him in here. Here we go. We gotta get. Here we go.
Gotta play the music.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen, your stripper for the evening, the baby oil master, the ring bearer, the ex-stripper himself. Give it up for yours truly, Black David.
Obama way.
You guys got jokes for Don't give my wife no ammo, please. Okay, I had enough joke in the house already.
You gonna get this work. You gonna get
this work.
Know the kind of wife I have. You gonna put me in a whole lot of trouble, because she have been trying to roast me for years on end.
Dude, has your wife seen the intro, bro?
No, I'm not even gonna let her. That's for the sake of sanity, because this is the ongoing battle of my house. I allow my household to be a house of joy and jokes. Okay. Mm-hmm. So when we roasting each other's, my stepdad man join into it, my kid man join into it, family will do that. So we have a little battle. One thing I know about my wife, she don't like to lose. So when you give her too much ammo, she take it beyond and she take more than a yard. She go up and beyond. She even threatened to blackmail me with some picture that time. I was like, oh no, you did not.
Your wife be roasting you? She be roasting you.
We go at it for years to see who got the best jokes. Now, if I make my mother-in-law laugh hard at my jokes.
Hold on, Black David. Hold on. Remarkable for real said, when I was doing your intro, he said, hold on, is he clothed?
I know you ain't talking.
Sometimes he's barely clothed. He comes on with the tank top.
Yeah,
with the taco meat out.
Yeah,
ain't no taco meat going on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
out.
Ladies and gentlemen, for a quick commercial break, if you're looking for a stripper for any occasion, if you're looking for a male dancer for any occasion, we recommend that you call Black David. Not only does Black David do bachelorette parties, he does bar mitzvahs, he does wakes, he does funeral services, he does whatever you need him to do. He will show up and show out with his. Now, there's an extra cost if you would like him to make his chest jump with baby oil. There's an extra cost if you would like to make his chest jump with baby oil.
And I heard the words on the streets, man. That man, he said he can long stroke it for 18 hours, man. 18
oh, Mr. Long Stroke.
He give you that extra happy ending at the end.
Yeah.
Hey, he did say that. He did.
That worked about old crew.
He said that.
Roll to the like crazy. See who got the best roast. A few times I had to wait white flag. Say, yo, I quit, man. I'm done.
Black David said, I last 2 days. What are y'all talking about 2 hours? I was like, what?
That was in my 20s, okay? I'm in my 40s right now. That's a lot of mileage we talking about it. Other than that, I'm proud of you. You're going to be a father again. My grandson that turned 1 year today, and he was having a blast today, causing almost trouble. They went to Chuck E. Cheese, left him behind. If you know that the house is empty and quiet, the kids ain't here, my wife ain't here, they all went out to celebrate. I had to stay home and work.
Black Man Unfiltered, did you get that book I told you to read? Did you see it? Make Your Bed? Did you order it? I'm talking to you. You muted, by the way.
Say again.
Did you get that book that I sent you? The one that was Make Your Bed?
No, I have not gotten it yet. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order it while we're talking right now.
No, check this out. I'm gonna give you a shortcut. I want you to go to SoundCloud and listen to it tonight. It's only an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Listen to the SoundCloud because I want to talk about that one of these things. I want to give it up, but I definitely think we should read and talk about that book because that book.
But real talk, I want to bring this up. I was watching one of my Unfiltered, and this guy went and lost it, saying that if you don't play spades, you're not black enough. I'm like, really?
I agree with that. I agree. If you don't know how to play spades, somebody need to take your black card. Especially if you're from the South.
I learned how to play spades for a long time. I just don't do it anymore because it gets.
Queso, don't say that.
I know how to play though.
No, don't say what you just say. You haven't played a long while. He threw out one of his paddle for. I was watching. I was crying. I'm like, this Lord have no mercy. I want to hear that you haven't played.
Jay Takashi, check your email. Jay, check your email.
You are roped in the whole online, so people can't get to me.
So you got. I said so. I personally thought it was my responsibility as a black man to teach all the white people in my unit in the military how to play spades. It was a personal thing. I felt that everybody should know how to play spades. Point blank period.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all when I stopped playing spades. I played spades for the last time when I played with my family, and my dad did not seem like my dad. I was like, who is this man who is out?
It'll bring it out of you.
I was like, Daddy, like, come on, man.
Hey, it'll bring it out at you. It'll bring it out of you, bro.
Roland almost completely lost it. He chewed out his whole entire battle clockwise. The Get got chewed out. The Sheldon got chewed out to call him boozy. Mike got chewed out who like, I will change your name until you know how to play spade again. The other guy who never played spade, who played bone, you're like, don't even talk. He went to Howard University? How you go to Howard University? You don't know how to play spade? I was like, oh, God.
I think bone, too. I think you ain't black, you don't know how to play dominoes either. If you can't count.
I can play bone. I know how to play bone. I didn't know how to play spade.
You can't count. You ain't black now.
I got 2 out of 3.
Hey, I told you.
Uno, I can play bone, but I haven't know how to play spade yet. I haven't been around people who does it.
I'm letting y'all guys know I'm taking people black card all February.
I do play pool, and I try to kill people with that game.
If you can't play spades and you cannot count dominoes, themanwilliams.com will be collecting your black cards. Okay.
I can play dominoes.
We
so
will be
don't go there.
reissuing them on March 1st with application. You
I
got
learned
to
how to
apply
play.
to get it back.
No,
I
hold
just
on.
wanna let you know.
Hold on. I learned how to play domino by him and Jamaican in Brooklyn. Okay, they helped me out with that. The Jamaican they play domino like heavy, so I be around those kind of folk, but they don't play spades.
Exactly, Estella. I was nobody. My dad was trying to crush me like an ant, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, yo, there's no love."
You know what I really liked about Spades.
Hey, Tommy B, can you come up, Tommy B? Let me know if you can come up, Tommy B.
I said what I really loved about Spades was I learned how to play at a very young age, and that was the only game that I can sit at the table and cuss with grown folks at 12 years old. Like I used to talk like I'm about to hand.
I was going to ask you, how do you smack the card down? Do you smack it all? Do you wind up?
Especially we playing on glass, that just slide across the table.
So Jay, you can play. Can you play spades?
I can play spades, rummy, Texas Hold'em, poker.
Hey, that's why. Hey, that's it right there. Texas Hold'em.
I learned poker from my deceased cousin, female cousin. She taught me a lot of stuff about that. Poker is a good game. Yeah. I do like rummy though. Rummy's fun as hell. I love rummy.
Y'all not play Pity Pat?
I play chess. My uncle
y'all
told me
not play Pity Pat?
Oh yeah, Peter Pat. Yeah, man, Peter Pat too. Same thing. Absolutely.
We used to go to grandma's house with them quarters.
Yes, sir.
Wait, what?
Pity Pat.
Pity Pat. You know how to play Pity Pat?
He said, "What?"
E-Man, go over to Queso's house and get his black card right now.
He got a baby. He gotta have his black card while he had a baby. I'm gonna have to
wait. Afterwards.
You can't take his black card while he having a baby because we need a black father.
Right.
Yeah, she can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want the baby to look up and say, "Who that man, mama?"
That's against brotherhood regulations.
I will be taking him next week. He better start Googling.
Well, this might be a good time to say I don't like sweet potato pie either. I think it's absolutely
maybe I hang out with the wrong cool.
This is the one time the Black Man Unfiltered, you can exercise that mute button and please get that man somebody he don't like. He looked like
brother, what is
pie.
Hold on, queso for real?
Nah, I hate pumpkin pie. Huh?
No, not pumpkin pie. Sweet potato pie. You don't like sweet potato?
That means your family can't.
Oh, I mean, get a security.
Oh,
security. Oh no!
So you don't eat yams? You eat yams?
Sweet potato pie. You don't like that?
Yams can go in the trash.
Oh.
See, well, you might want to start liking it because they say the sweet potato is one of the best potatoes to feed to a child. Let you know.
Queso. Okay, hold on.
Here we go. I knew this was coming.
Oh no! Don't worry. I'm just gonna say this. Say that. I want you to say. If you listen, you should let your nets drop. Say that to my grandma, and see what would happen if you said that. I don't want grandma. I don't like your sweet potato pie. I don't like your pumpkin pie. Like it's one thing is pumpkin pie. That's fine, but your grandma's sweet potato pie, bro.
I will say this. I know well enough not to tell nobody's grandma that. I would ask for a small piece and I would eat it. Oh, Tommy B about to fry me too. Mute him. Don't let him talk.
We calling child protective services on you, dog.
Get him, Tommy. Get him, Tommy.
Oh, no.
Get him.
Tommy, that boy said he can throw it in the trash, bro.
Get him, Tommy.
I damn near turn the show off, dog.
You damn near turn the show off. Why?
Disrespect got to stop somewhere, dog.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You come my grandma for that, bro.
Sorry.
Sweet potato pie, really?
And guess my wife rock with me too.
Queso, we need your parents on we need your parents on the panel one of these days. We need to find out where they failed at.
My parents love it. I don't know why.
We need to find out where they failed you at. We need answers.
Yeah, we need to have an intervention.
I gotta have sweet potato pie with cream on it.
Tommy, if he says chicken and collard greens next, then I'm done. I'm going to bed.
No. He got the Popeyes over there.
Chicken and collard greens, I can't eat that.
I love chicken.
To keep it 100.
We sounding racist as hell now.
No, for on Thanksgiving.
I gotta go.
I said, I want these green pants.
I love some
Hey,
chicken.
we ain't signed. I just dropped the link. We ain't signed. I just dropped the link. We ain't signed.
Nah, don't let him
From
go.
China.
Yo, see,
He
me
let
and
you
him,
know you gotta
we
go.
on the right mind.
On Thanksgiving, I do not have to have collard greens. I don't have to.
No, I'm not a collard green guy either.
No,
I
not on
I don't like
Thanksgiving,
vegetables though.
What?
I
love
don't
collard
have
greens, so-
Hold on,
No,
y'all.
I eat it. I'm not
Okay,
saying
hold
I
on,
don't
hold on,
eat it.
Hold on.
I don't have to have it.
This lady said Jalen Love said Brian was hilarious and authentic. I can't believe Black Man kicked it. What? Brian ain't kicked off nothing. Brian busy. He'll be on here in a minute. What are you talking about?
She said you kicked them off.
Dude, you see how quick people
Wait.
start rumors, bro.
Man.
Golly, bro.
Tommy,
It's
hold
already
on.
on your Facebook
Tommy.
feed. Go look
What's
at your
up?
Facebook
You
feed.
hate the greens? You hate vegetables?
I only vegetable I like I could do yams, I could do like corn, but like most of them green vegetables I don't really fuck with.
You don't like
What?
asparagus?
Not even
I
green
ain't really
beans.
ate asparagus too much. I can eat asparagus though, but it
Yeah,
ain't like
whatever,
if
but
I get a
gotta give you
plate,
some
I'm not.
greens.
If I put together a plate, like most of the girls I fuck with, them make me eat the shit. But if I put together a plate, I could do without the vegetables.
I gotta give me some green. I need it.
No. But
I'm a
Tommy,
carnivore,
you like
dog.
green-
I have a plate full of meat. Like I'm a carnivore.
No. I feel you on that, bro. But no green beans at all, like any of them. So no.
No, I like my mom know how to cook string beans where I like them, but
Oh, okay.
most people nah.
It gotta be
Alright.
your mom. It gotta be
What
your
about black
mom.
eyed
that makes
peas?
it.
Exactly.
Y'all
All
eat
right.
black
Collard
eyed
green,
peas?
yes. Lettuce, yes. Celery, yes. Broccoli.
Yeah, I can do celery. I can do
Green
celery.
beans,
Late-
yes. I do a lot of
late-
greens.
Really like
Celery's
that.
Hey, hold on, hey man. So you know what? I got somebody that disagrees with this right now. Coming
Oh, shit.
all the way from Shanghai, China. Coming to he's coming in to take Queso's black card. He's coming to confiscate Queso's black card, and so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get his theme music and bring him in with his theme music. Here he is. 1 second.
Oh shit! I can't believe he said sweet potato pie.
Everybody down.
Konnichiwa. Ni hao.
Konnichiwa.
Hope everyone is well.
We ain't signing. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? I can't stay long because I'm on the road, but I just want to say hi. What's up to the fellas? And Queso, thank you. Because I have been the whipping post on this motherfucker. People been asking me what my race is and all this and that. But I just want to say I love pumpkin pie. Me and my boys here. We
we coming to snatch another black card. He came to offer his black card, huh?
Yeah. So just let the record know that Queso is the official non-black man on the panel, and he got to go to the Dave Chappelle drive case.
I'm coming
from this point on. My race should never be in question or in doubt because I have nigga nights with my homeboys back here with chicken and watermelon. So, Queso,
hold on, dog.
you
Wait, though. You said pumpkin pie. You didn't say sweet potato. Hold on. You bumping the bag.
Sweet potato pie. I like sweet potato pie with cinnamon and brown sugar, just like with fried fish. Because my grandmother's from Shinkatink, Virginia. So so that's
it's okay to eat pumpkin pie as long as you eat sweet potato pie. See, we ain't got no problem with the people that eat it. We think it's something loose upstairs, but it's okay as long as you still eat the sweet potato.
Yeah, I mean, I like it both. But just thank you, Queso. Thank you. Because now, everybody else.
You are hilarious, my friend.
He came all across the world to get your black card. He was like,
all the way from Shanghai, man. That's disrespectful.
I'm gonna stop in Macau first and gamble a little bit. Then I'm coming over to China.
You like Scorpion. Get over here.
It's for Shanghai. You got to go from Shanghai to LA or Shanghai to Chicago. Well, because I'm from Philadelphia, right? So it's Philadelphia, Chicago, Shanghai, or Philadelphia, LAX to Shanghai.
Speaking of Philadelphia, what do y'all guys think about them picking up James Harden?
That is the worst. It's like, first of all, fuck Doc Rivers, choke artist. Number 2, fuck James Harden because he only has done well with KD, right? He has only done well with KD.
No.
Oh no,
Yes,
No.
he has.
He
He's
did
never
well in
been
the
to West. The only time
did
he's
well in
been
the
to a
Rockets.
conference final is with KD.
He won an MVP without KD.
No. The
KD
only
did MVP.
time he went to a conference finals is with KD in OKC and now in
You know
Brooklyn.
he's been an All-Star for 10 straight years, right?
Oh man, but that does, we're talking about greatness, winning, right? We ain't talking about just MVP. That's why
He got a point. He got a
don't
point.
make a LeBron argument. This
They
is
was-
why
they was
LeBron
coming.
is horrible and Mike and Kobe are better. Because LeBron goes to the dance, right? But Mike and Kobe gets the girl home and get her pregnant.
Whoa.
See, that's the difference.
I like that analogy.
You know, it ain't about going to the dance, it's about winning.
It is good when we talk about Charles Barkley.
E-Man, what you say, E-Man? What you say, E-Man?
A couple people pregnant. Like he done got a couple chips out of it. So whatever. Go ahead, man.
But hold on, E-Man. You okay? Look. I'll rest my case on this. LeBron James is the only megastar with a losing record in the NBA. Magic 5-2, Kobe 5-2, Shaq 4-3, right?
Well,
No,
this is
4-2.
how I know
Sorry,
you don't know
4-2.
about
Steph
basketball.
3-1.
So this is what you know about anybody that goes to the championship the most will have a higher chance of losing than somebody else. So if you take somebody who only been there 4 times compared to somebody who's been there over 15,
Allow me to kill E-Man right quick.
let me finish him first. I'll come to you next.
Magic, Kobe 7 times to the finals. Jordan 6 times to the finals. They weren't like
he's
these
doubling their
one-hit
numbers in
wonders.
the finals, though. What are you talking about?
E-Man, the man was outscored, not in a game, in a series by Jason Terry.
There
Drop
you
the
go.
mic.
Well, y'all
There
can
you
say
go.
whatever y'all want to say.
No.
LeBron
E-Man. No. Jason Terry. He's never made an All-Star. No. He's never made an All-Star game before, ever. And he outscored LeBron in a series, not a game.
The one thing you was promised when you become great is you're gonna have haters, and it's LeBron. Y'all just part of that club. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a hater.
LeBron is
Half
great.
the club.
LeBron is great. LeBron is great. No doubt.
Okay,
LeBron
let's
is
just
great.
stop talking about him then. If he's great, no, I don't want to butt behind it. He's great in the subject. Let's talk about.
But I'm a hater for dropping the fact.
Right. See,
Hold on. E-Man, it's a difference if you're just talking about him being great, because there's no argument there. But when you're comparing them to guys who've been to the dance, ain't no way in the fucking world they're going to be outscored by a man of the likes of Jason Terry on the biggest stage.
Tommy B, this is what you do. I say, hey, let's talk about black schools in the South. And you say, well, in Africa, those schools are horrible. No, bro, just because it's a fact doesn't mean that it matters in this conversation.
No,
that does not matter in this conversation. That's what.
Oh my God!
But him being great is never the conversation. There's no argument about him being great. The only argument is him versus those other guys.
Right.
I don't compare. That's why I don't compare eras. That just give y'all something.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If you don't compare eras, then yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
He's the best person in his era. Point blank. Period.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Now let's talk about Philly, because I believe Philly is taking the East.
Nope.
Philly's
Whoa! Repeat that one more time.
Doc Rivers cannot coach a winning team. He's a choke artist.
Man,
They'll get
crazy.
to the conference finals.
Wait, you said Philly's taking what?
He said
Philly's taking the East.
Again,
he's taking the East.
Guys didn't hear me.
That's what he said.
Giannis doesn't have a chance of beating Philly anymore with James Harden. The next is yesterday news. Philadelphia is taking the East.
No,
not without. You know what though? Hey, you know what though? You know what? I will say this, guys. You know what would be funny if Brooklyn actually beat them.
I don't think it's
man, that would be hilarious, bro.
When the playoffs start, E-Man, my Cash App will be available. We can go ahead and put some tips on that.
Make sure you give me your number.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, now guys, I gave everybody else that intro. We cannot. I gave the last. I need to give this intro, so I'm gonna take him back out because this is disrespectful. Ladies.
Before you go, I just want to sign off because I really got to run. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Good. Hey, nice hearing from you, brother. Be safe out there, man.
All right, salute.
Oh, yeah, Sami killed
Doc.
All right,
ladies?
sorry, sir, but just want to say, hey, I know you're going to get your intro, but salute to you too, sir.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Dun, dun, dun.
ladies and gentlemen, not only will he give you a word from on high,
Hallelujah.
but this man right here will walk into a room, the man of the hour. Not only will he walk in a room and the room will shine, but they call him Black Satin in the streets. They call him the chocolate debonair, the man that walks in the room and everything ceases to exist. We're going to give it up for this man right here, ex-praise dancer, ex-stripper. This man used to preach during the day and strip at night. He was a duality in his time. Let's give it up for yours truly with his music tonight. Sir Hell Speaks is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, for your viewing pleasure only, Sir Hell Speaks is in the building tonight.
You got some explaining to do, dog.
To all those who may have seen me on Sunday, I want to thoroughly apologize for this information that you've received on me.
Less apologizing, more praise.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh!
You know I'm gonna get you back for this.
Oh!
I'm gonna get you back for this.
Oh! I'm gonna clip this. I gotta clip it. I'm gonna send it to you.
You need to clip it and trash it. Don't talk about the pastor that way.
Oh!
That's blasphemy. You talking over there?
Oh my
God! Oh, I'm over here, boy. I'm about to cry.
Lord.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
My head is hurting right now.
Oh my
Black
God!
Satin. I don't know how to feel about that.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
Damn.
Wait a minute. So, guys, we got one more coming in tonight.
This was so long.
He showed himself last week. He came in and he sat with us and he spoke with us and he had a good time. And I want to bring him in. He's a man of class and a man that wants to come in and have a conversation tonight. Let's give it up for yours truly, Mr. Mandrell.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
Mr. Mandrell, welcome to the show tonight, sir.
He got the Boondocks picture up there?
How you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, he did.
It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, so, Sir Hill, hey, listen, I know there's no competition between you and Canadian-born Nigerian because Canadian-born Nigerian, he just dropped his new oil collection.
The baby Nigerian.
Yeah, it's called Grip Tight Oil, and he just released it. So if anybody want to go pick that up, it's self-heating and everything. So I want to make sure anybody need anything. Anybody
for a limited time only, he got the baby Nigerian magic oil. This baby magic oil, what it does is something simple. It makes it where when your hand slide, it automatically grips. It slides and automatically grips. I'm telling you, it is something from the motherland. I'm telling you, it's out of the hills of Nigeria in a valley called Pokamoka. Right now, for a limited time only, you can get it for $4.99. But if you order now, only on the Black Man Unfiltered Network, we're going to give you 2 for $4.99. So drop the link, moderators in the chat, so we can get this oil sold. Our goal is to sell out within the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Anybody, guys, if you're on the order,
tell me what I walked into. Into tonight.
Oh my God!
This is a roast fest. This is what's going on. Everybody getting roasted for some reason. I can't respond back to. I'm like,
I just want to do one thing. E-Man, can you repeat to us, for those of us who didn't get the first time, what's the name of this oil again? I want to make sure we have clarity on this.
All right. So this oil is baby Nigerian magic oil. Baby Nigerian magic oil. It makes your hand slide, then grip. Slide, then grip. It's from a very, very special place. And I ain't gonna even go there no more. But you telling you this oil, let me tell you right now, if you only can go 5 minutes, man, It's going to help you go 6. It's going to give you that extra 60 seconds to get the job done. It's that baby Nigerian magic oil. Order it right now, $4.99.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You're Black Man. I'm thinking. I'm
Canadian.
thinking
I won't be able to look at you the same after this.
E-Man, next week I'm
Oh my
getting my joke prepared for you
god.
guys. I'm getting my joke prepared for you guys, both of you guys, for sure.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you what's so special about this oil.
oh.
This oil, he rubs it down his chest and he make those pectoral muscles jump as they pull into the bottle. I promise you never.
What happened? What happened to him?
Canadians like, look at God.
God answered my prayer. He like,
That's what I call just dessert.
Oh my god. Guys, if you're just coming in right now on this quick commercial break, guys, if you're just coming in, please hit the subscribe button. Also, please hit the like button as you're coming in as well if you've already subscribed. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to get to the conversation in about 5 minutes after.
Yes, I hear crying right now. He crying over here.
Sorry, guys. I had put too much of that baby Nigerian oil onto the mic and it made me slip and hit the button. I apologize. It is extra slippery. I used the slip part and not the grip part. So I am learning how to use this magic oil, and I'm telling you right now, it'll make anything better.
Hey, you didn't give a price. You didn't give a price.
I did give a price, but just for you, I'll go back. It's $4.99, but on the Black Man Unfiltered Network, only for the next 5 minutes, you can get it for, you heard me, 2 for the price of 1, $4.99. $4.99 can get you 2 Black Nigerian magic baby oil. Let's get it.
And you know what? I'm gonna throw something on top of that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the DVD he did in 2003. When
no, you did.
When he stripped for the Queen of England. We're gonna package that in with the magic oil as well, so you guys can enjoy the wonder of Black David in your home tonight. Okay, 2 for 1, and the DVD from 2003.
And I just want to let everybody know, in case you guys didn't know, in the chat, he suggested that I get a mic so you hear me clearly. So every time I talk about this baby oil, just let you know he wanted to make sure you guys hear it.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh,
I'm gonna get both you guys next week for sure.
Oh,
starting from tomorrow morning, I'm working on all the jokes I'm gonna get for every one of you guys.
Oh, hey guys.
But real talk, do y'all really believe that somebody can beat Philly now with James Harden there? Do y'all really think Philly can be beat?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
Philly just got stronger.
The Heat.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God.
You over there drinking something out that solo cup?
Oh no. No, brother. This is cranberry.
It's only 2 teams. It's the Nets and the Bucks. That's the only 2 teams.
Yep.
And think about it. You just added a team that had a point guard who scored 0 points with one of the best scorers who barely lost last year. Who barely lost with a point guard who didn't score at all. And you just put one of the best scorers on their team. Philly's taking the East.
Wow.
Nope. I still don't see it.
You ain't got to see it, Jay.
Well, guys, before we move on to the conversation, this is something you guys definitely need to
Plus
see.
are more believable.
So give me just a second to pull this up for.
Where can I get the cream? I had to drop out for a second.
So it's in the chat for a limited time only. You can get it for $49.99. It is exactly 32 seconds left. If you click on the link right now,
let it go.
2 bottles.
He's never gonna let this go.
And I'm telling you, it makes your hand slip, then grip. You slip it and then grip it. I'm telling you, the biggest problem is y'all normal baby order is slip and your hand fall off, but you're missing the grip. I'm telling you, for $4.99, it'll make your life a little bit better. Guys, if you only can go 5 minutes, I'm telling you, 6 minutes will get the job done. You get that extra 60 seconds because you got the grip.
Okay, now question. What if it grips when I want it to slip? Can I get a refund then?
Yeah, all you gotta do is you gotta run it back through the pectoral muscles. What you gotta do is you gotta send the oil back in, and you gotta get him to shake those pectoral muscles again on the oil, and then to make sure it slips and grips like you want it to do.
I have to hold this laughter.
What if I need something that just slips but not grips? Can I get a price on that?
See, I'm telling you right now, once it go back through those pectoral muscles, when he get that shaking and jumping and making those moves, it's going to work.
Gotcha.
If not, he will give you your money back. I'm telling you right now, Black.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a small. This is a testament. This is a testament to the oil. Okay, so this is a testament to the oil. What we're about to show you now. So let's go ahead and share this with the world, so they can see the actual commercial that's going to go with it. Here it is.
Oh no.
The civil liability. This is why you keep those barriers. This is why he talks about a gatekeeper. No matter what, he has to stay out of it. He has to stay out of it. This is why top business guys have drivers, because they can't afford to get in a car accident.
It's sexy.
You know.
Are you serious?
Okay, with the struggle pecs.
Okay.
With the struggle pecs.
Can you explain to me a little bit about civil liability?
Ladies and gentlemen, get your oil. Get your oil.
Hey, wait. You know what, Canadian boy? I was going to try to redeem myself and have you back, but dude, you did this. You brought this on yourself. I'm sorry. My man, $100,000. I promise you. That was all you, man. That was all you.
So for the viewers out there who want to see that magic oil, it comes just like this. It's really simple. It comes with the MDO. This is Nigerian Nigerian magic baby oil. Look at this size. Look at it. Lip and grip. Lip and grip.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. I ain't gonna make it.
Does the Post-it come with it? Does the Post-it come with it?
Yeah, the Post-it comes with it.
And can you customize the color?
Yes, you can.
All right, that's all I need to know.
This is why I got in trouble in school, guys. I just couldn't let it go, man.
I couldn't either, bro.
I was at the principal office.
The real question is, can you get it by Valentine's Day?
Matter of fact, right now, we're doing express orders. It will be to you by Sunday. We're doing
everybody get on the jokes right now.
This just keeps getting worse.
It does, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it?
Hey, you know what?
Everybody get on me like this right now.
This is Super Bowl Sunday. Either man Williams. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We should do a special for Super Bowl Sunday. So guys, listen, don't let her go yet. Get this oil and she will definitely get wet with his magic oil. Come on, somebody. So we're going to do 3 for 1. 3 for the price of 1, including the DVD from 2003.
Oh, my God.
But wait, there's more.
There can't be.
There is more.
There cannot be more.
Right now, not only you get the oil, but you're going to get
many levels.
Is the Nigerian magic marker. This right here, I mean, once it goes on, it doesn't go off.
Jenny, talk about this now, please, Jenny.
Right now with the oil. So you write, you oil, you slip, you grip. You write, you oil, you slip, and you grip. And just let y'all guys know, the reason that I am so successful in business, I just made all that up in the last 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
That's what makes it funny, man, because you actually, that sounds like some man stuff.
Bro.
That's actually really good. That's actually pretty good, man, for you to just come off the top of your head with it.
Man, I can't go. You know what? I can't go nowhere.
Jenny has a question for you, a black man.
Okay, hold on.
I think she wants to know about the product a little bit more.
What is it? She said, does it have Does it have a numbing factor?
Oh no, we can't do that. I don't want it if it has a numbing factor. That defeats the purpose. I mean, you know.
Oh.
Let me stop.
There's another question for you, Black Man. We have to read this one.
Black man is gone.
It's got to be environmentally
They
safe.
said, is this? Wait a minute. Is this product vegan?
So, hey, chat. Let me tell you this right here. We tried to make it vegan. Every product that we put in it was vegan, but for some reason, when it went down his pectoral muscles, it picked up some taco meat. So it got a little taco meat in it, so it's not vegan.
I ain't gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for coming in tonight.
Black Man Unfiltered. I look forward to Friday nights. Y'all don't understand. Like today,
Yeah, no. You got
today
out of your
was a
system.
very long sales day. It was a long sales day, and this just made my day so much better. So I appreciate you having this live tonight.
Absolutely, bro. All right, man. Let's get to the conversation that we can. Listen.
Get it all out of your system, please.
Lord help us.
I'm just telling you.
We got to address the two questions, though. There are two more. One is the product organic? We have to address that.
Okay, is the product organic? Okay, so my spokesperson, Either Man Williams, is it organic?
Here we go again.
Again, I told you guys we tried. We did
Okay, I got a question. One quick question before we move on to the topic of the night, or what are we going to do? How does it compare to, say, Johnson & Johnson or Suave? But what I like to use is Vaseline, the almond.
Really?
stuff.
You got a joint to this too?
Almond smooth. Almond oil, vitamin E, Vaseline jelly. How does it compare to this?
See, Johnson & Johnson and Vaseline, they make all their products in a warehouse. See, we have in the mountains of Nigeria.
Jenny, you're not helping me out. Y'all added more to the fire.
So is it made in what country is it from? Congo? Or?
It's from Nigeria.
There's a lot of girls in Congo. Oh, Nigeria. Oh, no, I don't know Nigerians in any way. They're crazy.
We have a special berry.
So can I get a promise that if I complain about the product, they won't chop off my head?
No. If you complain about it, we'll run it back through the pectoral muscles and we'll send it back.
I think I'd rather rub my own pectoral muscles if that's what needs to go down.
So we have another question. It says the product organic, and then we had Mandrell came in with his question, and then someone else came in and said, "Is it non-toxic?"
Wait a minute. Jenny is on one tonight, man. She's hilarious.
Oh my God, it gets worse.
She's hilarious, man. She's
really?
hilarious.
B9 is killing himself laughing. B9 is killing himself.
I'm killing myself laughing too.
So we also listen. 2 cents uncensored.
You got to go down that route.
Oh my God, 2 cents uncensored also has a disclaimer for the crowd. She says, "Disclaimer: please speak with your partner before purchasing. May influence and increase."
Wow. May increase in views and looks.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Canadian born. I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
juices and berries. Yes, juices and berries. No chemicals.
Oh my God. Listen, this is the best one.
Any animals harmed in the making of this product.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, but he kind of brought it himself, though. He's sitting there flexing his pecs. I'm not gonna do it. Right? I'm not gonna do it. I can, but I'm not doing it.
Oh my God.
Now I know what I'm in for if I do.
Oh,
look at what you guys are doing.
I want to go ahead and put this disclaimer. Black David, if you come for me, I could do this for years. I could do this for years. I'm not talking about seconds. I'm not talking about minutes, hours, or days. Not weeks, not months, not quarters. I could do this for years. So just let it go. We'll let it go.
Oh, the book of Genesis is in the building tonight. Listen, King Kunta is in the building.
I can take that heat.
Oh my God!
I'm in Brooklyn, New York. We get battle testers, so I know some epic roasters.
Oh my
So
God!
I'm just
I'll
telling
come
you,
back to
at
you next week.
9:26 Central Time, let it go, brother.
You gonna battle
This is
test
my
it?
disclosure.
Okay, wait. I thought you did battle test it when you were doing the whole thing with your chest thing. He cuts off his camera.
Okay, so guys, listen. Thank you guys for being here right now. If you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please. I thank you for being here. When you hit that subscribe button, you become a family member here at Black Man Unfiltered Network. We have so many other content creators that's on here tonight. We have someone with their own website, Mr. E. The Man Williams. Go to ethermanwilliams.com for his website and what he's offering to the public. We definitely want you to go to Tommy B. We're going to put all this in the chat for the moderators. We'll have it in the chat for you guys. Tommy B has a great platform discussing sports. Queso has a great platform. And my brother Sir Hell Speaks he's putting the work in every morning. He's giving you the breakfast that you need to get you through your day. So thank you guys for being here. Chat, thank you for being here. Shout out to some people in the chat here. We got 2 Cents Uncensored that came in joking already. Got me over here about to die. King Kunta, thank you for being here today. The Book of Genesis is in the building. She said she see we already over here cutting up. We didn't try. It just happened that way. Jenny, thank you for everything that you're doing as the moderator. Yellow's in the building. B9 is in the building tonight. Let's see. D. Nicole, CJ's in the building tonight. What's going on, man? All right. So listen, let's go ahead and get this conversation started. Tonight we're talking about barbershop talk. Tonight is going to be real. We're addressing the crippling child support system. I ain't paying, as you've seen on the thumbnail, I ain't paying a dime over the court-ordered child support. So,
and the judge is like, guilty.
Exactly. So, guys, let's start with this first. Have you ever? Anybody want to talk about? Have they ever experienced a bad situation with child support? Personally? And how did you come out on the other side of it?
Me personally?
Yeah. We'll start with you, Mandrell. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm out. I don't have any children, so.
Oh, well, that's right. Yeah.
I've never been in the child support system, but I've seen what it does to people. And I think the best advice is the advice I got from my mother. My cousin got his got a woman pregnant with his first child, right? She told him, she said, okay, look, as soon as that kid's born and you know it's yours, go down to the child support office and put yourself on child support. Take all your financial information and everything, go down there, put yourself on child support. Yes. And here's the thing. It worked out a lot better that way than it had for anyone who let the woman go down there and put the guy on child support. And another guy who's my boss, my old boss, he got a woman pregnant, was having a child. And he told me, like, before he and I ever talked about anything, he was just talking about, our lives. We became friends, after a while. So he was telling me about himself, and he said he went down there. He said, listen, when as soon as that kid was born, I packed up all my financial stuff and I ran down to the child support office and put myself on child support. And so the judge was asking him, hey, well, do you have this, that, and the other? He told his lawyer, he said, tell him, I don't know, but let me go get it. I forget what it was he was looking for. He said, I don't know, but let me go get it because I don't want to lie to the judge. And so the lawyer told the judge that, and the judge like, all right, yeah, go ahead and get it and make sure you got it. You know what I mean? So, and it worked out in his favor because the guy was actually doing the right thing, trying to report his financials and everything. But from my observation, and it's only anecdotal, it always turns out better when the guy puts himself on child support. It's still unfair and it still sucks, but paying $600 a month is better than paying $900 a month.
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. First thing what I do is I say record everything. What I learned, it's crazy. I was listening. I don't know if y'all heard about Rick Ross' story, right? And Rick Ross is paying child support to his baby mama, and we're talking about a multi-millionaire who's paying pennies on the dollars of the type of income that he have coming in. And so I kind of studied that. I wanted to kind of understand what he did and why he did it. So I personally think documentation is the win of anything. I don't have to get the court involved, but I can also say, hey, I think I need to pay you this amount, and I'm going to write a check. I'm going to send something that I can record that information with if I feel that that's something that I need to do. But the one thing that
you know what the court is going to say to that? Even if you record it, they're going to say that's a gift.
No, it's not. Not if you say it's child support. No, it's not. No, they're not.
In what state? I think that might depend on the state too.
Yeah, it depends on the state, but it's not a gift. If I write you a check and I put in the memo line, this is for child support.
Not in Virginia.
I don't know how
not in Texas or Louisiana either, bro.
Not in Alabama either. I never heard of that.
Yeah, don't get married in those states. But what first thing? So the first thing that I say is let's back up. First, I believe that men can stop themselves from being on child support by not impregnating random people anyways. I believe that you should marry before you carry. I want to make sure I make that statement first.
I agree.
The second thing I want to say is this right here is that if you is in the situation that you feel that you will be on child support, I personally think the one thing that you need to do is to, sit down and have an agreement, put it on paper. Like so many people think that you have to get the state involved in your affairs, and it's not true. We can sit down outside of the government and we can come to an agreement. We can even make it formal. We can get you a lawyer to represent you, and I can get a lawyer to represent me. But if we go back to Rick Ross, the reason Rick Ross child support is so low is for the simple fact that he does not own anything in his personal name. Most of these things are in business names, and he have business partners. And so I tell people it's really, you got to be really smart, not only from a child support point of view, what's in your name compared to what's in the LLC name, because it makes a difference. I'm going to tell you from a business point of view, it makes a big difference between Emmanuel's making $1 million and Emmanuel owns 4 or 5 LLC with partners that have overhead of $1 million. So I think that's the difference is what I'm trying to help people understand.
No, I agree with you. I do think we just as men need to be more intentional and more disciplined with how we are having sex and who we are choosing to have sex with and having kids with and all those things like that. 100%. And I do think that if you end up having a kid out of wedlock, a child out of wedlock, and you can work with the mother, and it can be fruitful, I do think it's important to try to do that and not involve the courts. I think it's a lot more just a lot more productive, and there's a lot less animosity between the two, and I think it can work out. However, I will agree with Mandrell depending on the state that you live in, because some states, especially if you know that the woman is going to put you on child support anyways, some states you can give them $10,000 a month. They're going to say, well, that was nice of you, thanks for the gift, here's what we're going to order you or mandate you to pay every single month. So sometimes when you do go yourself, it does lessen the blow sometimes. And I guess it just depends on, because some states, and I don't know the laws, so if anybody knows anything else, please interject. But I know some states will look at it as though when the mother walks in without you, they'll look at you as a deadbeat and they'll sort of penalize you for it, versus when you walk in there yourself and they look at you as someone who wants to take responsibility.
Well,
that's exactly what it is that the judges see. Just as that's exactly what it is that the judges see, because in the southern states, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas, North and South Carolina, they do go off. They still include integrity, things like integrity and morality in their decision making. So you're absolutely right, Queso. You walk in there yourself and say, Judge, I want to be on child support. I want to put me on it, please. Wait. Are you sure the baby's yours? I don't know yet. Go get a DNA test. Roger that. And so you go and get the DNA test. Come back. It is mine, Your Honor. Put me on child support. They're just like, okay, how much you making? X amount of dollars. How much she making? Oh, she don't work? Can she work? Yeah. She's gonna get a job. And then your child support payments are low. Like they do make decisions like that. And then the woman's like, well, I have to do this and I have to do that. They're not hearing your sob stories, ladies. If a man you better race him down to the child support office. Because if that man beats you to the child support office, puts himself on child support, immediately, it's a race now. Because that judge is going to see that guy coming in there taking responsibility for that child, and he's going to judge accordingly. I'm talking maybe not in Washington State, but that's a very liberal place. Down here, where it's conservative, and they still automatically look at you as a black man, as a deadbeat, the typical stereotypical dude you see on rap videos or whatever. You know what I mean?
I just don't understand.
Think that of
I don't understand legally.
Responsibility that factors in.
But Mandrell, what I'm saying is I don't understand legally. If I write a check and I say it's for child support, my lawyer would fight that this is not a gift. If I specifically tell you what this is for, and it's a check, and I got a paper trail, I'm telling you.
It depends on the state, bro.
Here's why.
Listen.
He going through family court though. He going through family court. I think Queso and the other brother talk about when a girl go through the state and they put you on child support. He going through family court with his lawyer. Child support court, whatever they call it. Yeah, it's two different things.
The thing is, your lawyer can argue that, but here's the thing. The court, in order for you to be on child support, the court has to order you to be on it. So the judge can take that into consideration, or they can throw it out. And that depends on the state. Again, that doesn't. I'm with Queso. That does depend on the state. But here in Alabama, it doesn't count for anything. They'll tell you that. Thanks for the gift. That's a nice gesture, but you're going to pay $1,300 a month.
I think the important thing to draw from all of this, just people listening, since we are on a platform, is you have to know the laws in your state so that you can make an informed decision. Because we can all speak on what we feel and what we think and what we experience. However, because we're all from different, states and different areas, it's going to work differently everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to say, no matter what, if you are in that situation, look at the laws, talk to a professional. E-Man mentioned it earlier. Go talk to a lawyer if you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? And get that information instead of just making a decision based on what you're hearing us talk about or someone else talk about.
So real quick. So I want to go ahead and welcome Brian in tonight. He got in here tonight. What up, Brian? And Rilla came in, and Rilla was in the comments. He was asking, so he had a question. So Rilla, I'm gonna let you go ahead and address the panel. He said that there's anybody. Let me pull him back up. What he said.
Wait, does he have the smoke for us or something?
Oh yeah. They're really gonna have smoke.
Tell him to bring the smoke in.
He said who on the panel is currently on or has been on child support, and then he said it's not a gift if you designate it specifically for child support.
Okay.
So I'll respond.
So go ahead, Rilla.
Oh, go ahead, Rilla.
No, you go ahead, Queso.
Okay, well, I was gonna say I have been on child support with my first child, and I actually did the thing you guys are talking about, where I paid for stuff. I wrote child support. I wrote this. I wrote that. I did it all. Went to the court, and the first thing they said to me was like, "Well, we consider that a gift."
So you wrote a check to your baby mom that said this is for child support, and they told you it was a gift.
Yeah, they told me it was a gift. I didn't even write a check to her because I don't want to speak on my personal situation too much, but I would write a check to like the daycare or
that's a gift.
It had to be directly to her.
See what I'm telling you is
okay.
You go to the baby mom. You say this is child support in the memo line.
You write it in the memo.
So hold on. I've done that too.
And they said that was a gift.
But I didn't do that consistently though.
But that's what I'm saying is, so what I'm telling men to do, hey, instead of you trying to buy certain things and try to do that, I personally think every month a set amount you should write a check and say this is to support the child.
Or email. Cash App too. If you do Cash App and put in the notes child support, that as well, and that's a good paper trail.
So I did stuff like that. I would send her electronically and then put that in it.
I get it, but I'm telling you write a check. The reason I'm telling you to write a check is because I can pull that check, and I can say she deposited in her bank account, and it said that she got child support this month. Now, I'm not saying that men, that's the only thing you should do. You still should buy your kids shoes. You still should pay for your kids' stuff. But the bare minimum, I'm telling you, is this. I really believe, I know black men ain't, a lot of black people ain't gonna like this, but I really believe as men, our benefits should be so much to her. She should be scared to put us on child support. She should be thinking like, if I put him on child support, I would actually lose more than what I have now.
Hey, so that's what happened in my situation. So at first I was doing it, and then she went to the thing, and then it actually was a lot less than what I was doing.
I got a question. Okay, this is the people who have been on child support. Everyone's opinion. I'm of the mind this: if a woman puts me on child support, if she goes down and puts me on child support, and we have an agreement that I'm going to pay you this amount every month or whatever, okay, I'm not bound to child anything unless they're in my house. Like when they come over to me for weekends, he or she's gonna have their own clothes and stuff like here, what they're gonna wear over here or whatever, shoes over here. But you're gonna take those shoes off and put the shoes on you came over here with to go back to your mother's house. Listen, no, I'm not playing that. Listen, I'm not playing that game. I'm not. I'm not. I don't have any kids. Maybe this is a good reason why. But I'm not playing games like that.
He's brought up the shoes.
I have an agreement with you because I've seen this happen too many times to cousins.
I agree. He said,
they're paying it. Take them off. Hold on. They're documenting it. They're paying it and they're documenting it. These women go down to the court system because these guys get raises and stuff like that. They do well. My relatives, they do well on their jobs, get promotions, things like that, so their money increase. These chicks go behind their back and go to next thing you know, they're getting letters in the mail saying, "Hey, show up for family court for child support or whatever." And then they go up there and have to pay more money. I'm like,
Timothy got to take off his shoes. Timothy got to take off his shoes.
Take them off.
So
put
you
the shoes on you came over here with. Put on your mama's shoes.
You punishing your child because of.
I ain't punishing him for nothing.
It just closed.
Well, your mama, no. And I'm gonna look at my child right in his eyes and say, "Your mother did this."
Don't you have no children? Don't you have no children? Don't you have no children?
I want to hear Chicago Rilla speak because I know he has.
I'm just saying, Sir Hale.
Yeah, go ahead, Rilla.
I'm a very no nonsense guy when it comes to order and structure. If we have an agreement, you go behind my back. You've broken my trust. I don't trust you, chick. So all you're gonna get from me is
what they got to do with your child. What they got to do with your child?
The only thing I would say about that is you got to be careful because you can play there's a line where you're sort of using your child as a pawn to play.
I'm not using him as a pawn for anything. I didn't say you couldn't go see your mother. I didn't say you couldn't do anything you didn't want to do.
That's not the only way to use your child.
You're over here. You do all this stuff with me.
I actually agree. So I would say if I was in that situation and a woman tried to put me on child support, I'm letting you know. I say if you get the state involved, the only thing you will receive from me is what the state says.
That's
so
it.
If you want to go down that road, you're gonna lose because I'm telling you, you will not get anything else. So I'm gonna put my disclosure. But if I buy my kids shoes, that's their shoes. They can take them to.
That's what I was referring to.
Listen, they can take those shoes all the way to Nigeria and get some of that black man. I mean, Nigerian.
Get that oil. No, but I'm saying no. Take them off. Take them off. Listen.
No, you ain't. When you get kids, you ain't gonna be like that at all.
He not. And so, guys, I want to say something real quick before Sir Hale goes. Somebody was listening in the back. And now the Lions Den has came early. Y'all have awakened someone that's going to come in. Listen to this. It is the one and the only unsolicited security bosses in the building tonight.
Hey. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, my girl. She's in. She probably has smoke for me.
Man,
Auntie, don't tell my mom on me.
Probably has smoke for me.
Go ahead, sir. And then go ahead.
Get him, security. Get him.
You got something?
Chicago Rilla as well.
Okay, go ahead, Chicago. We had Chicago Rilla go, and then we'll have security boss come in. Go ahead, Chicago.
Yeah, I think. From what I'm hearing, it's a lot going on. So, Queso, I know you said you paid child support. I don't know who else on the panel. Yeah,
I used to
I
too.
said
Yeah.
paid. I said paid, but I don't know who still does. Like I'm in the system in Georgia, right? And you know, I understand that different states are different or whatever, but the guidelines are, you know, pretty much uniform. And then not only that, also these judges now, what I'm experiencing, they're not as kind and benevolent to females right now because they know a lot of them are game in the system. And so that's where you get scenarios where now, see, like when I first went on child support, they didn't take both parents' income into consideration. It was the father's income that they took into consideration, and that's what they based the child support off of. And I believe it was between 17 and 24% of your income is what they would deduct. Now, in terms of what I think his brother Mandrell, what he was saying in terms of you know, whatever the state orders or, you know, whatever. See, because this is how I look at it with the mother of my children. And I will say this too, gentlemen. You know, I think we got to be careful with this whole baby mama. I find that highly disrespectful for us to say baby mama. That's not my baby mama. That's the mother of my children, right?
Yep.
We know there's a negative connotation that go with baby mama, baby daddy. And so as gentlemen of a certain character, you know what I'm saying, we got to uphold that standard. E-man, I know your face is looking like, what's wrong with baby mama? I got a baby by, she's a mama. That makes her a baby mama. No, we know from vernacular and colloquialisms, we know there's a negative connotation that comes with that. And we talk most of the time when we say baby mama, baby daddy is disparaging towards that individual, right? So I'm just, you know, just a word of encouragement. I always say the mother of my children. And I don't allow dudes around me or none of my boys, I don't allow them to say that's my baby mama or none of that. I don't play like that, right? But here's the thing. Whatever she goes in, if she had came to me and said, okay, we hammer out a deal and this is what I pay for my children. I don't pay her, I pay my children. Okay. So I pay my children. And she collects the money. Now, if we had worked out a deal or hammered out a deal that way, that would have been cool. She decided she wanted the state of Georgia to collect for her. Cool. Georgia's going to get their cut. They're going to funnel you what's left, and you're going to disseminate that to the kids. I won't give you anything more than that. If the state has the jurisdiction to determine my freedom, you know what I'm saying, my passport,
your license,
my license,
your job,
right?
The felony,
all of that, right? Then, you know, because to a degree, that is correct. If you don't designate it as like in the memo, but if you don't designate that specifically for child support, they're not going to count it. If you pay directly to daycare or you go buy groceries, like I went through that too. You go buy groceries or you go buy school clothes, they're going to say all of that is a gift. But if I give you a check and it's memo, you could, you know, because if anything, Queso, they should have gave you credit on that. I don't know how that. What state are you in, bro?
VA.
I don't know how that wound up like that. And I think y'all kind of talked it out, so I didn't want to belabor the point or hammer it out too much. I was really just listening. Mandrell, I didn't come with no smoke, bro. I just wanted to join the conversation. I just wanted to sit in the barbershop with y'all, get my beard, my chin hairs trimmed up real quick, get a straight edge razor to the head real quick.
While you're here, because I may not get another chance to talk to you, keep up what you're doing on the peak, man.
Man, I'm trying.
I watch you guys every week. Keep it up.
Man, them folk got my blood pressure up, man. I'm trying to get
how do you deal with Kay and Caleb? Look, I don't get it. How do you not have a bottle of scotch and a gun sitting in front of you?
That's baby sis, man. That's
man.
Are they
like behind the cameras?
That's every bit of baby sis. She act exactly like my little sister.
I'm just saying, is she like that like behind the cameras? Is she really like that?
K is K. Let me tell you something. None of that is scripted. Everything that you see that's what it is. Everybody is
Mandrell. Do they really stress you like that? Like, do you really be watching that and be like feeling like that?
No, it's sometimes with Kay, because Kay will prolong a conversation with meaningless questions that don't go anywhere. But she'll bring up they'll ask her a question. She'll talk about something completely unrelated, or ask a question that's unrelated, and then the rest of the panel gets distracted with that. And here we go, 30 minutes later, the question hasn't been answered, and we're off on something else. And I'm just like, yo, please just keep her on task.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Wait.
You see what I'm saying? And it makes it difficult to watch the show sometimes.
Hold on, real quick. Out of respect, I don't want to turn this into a Lapeef discussion. I did want to say to Sir Hale though, bro. I saw your picture in the community tab, man. I saw you in the gym trying to get cut, trying to get to it, man. I'm finna go put a couple of hours in on the bike, bro. I'm finna go put some hours in on this bike real quick.
And you know what? And speaking of, I don't know what to call this. I'm not gonna put a name on it yet, Rilla. But guys, I want all of you to look at this before the honorable security boss takes the stand. I want you guys to take a look at this. Read this.
You can't. Don't try.
Nah, he a nerd. Dog. I've been reading his comments the whole time. He on some weirdo shit.
Hey, listen, that's
how do you guys feel about?
You can't.
That's that Boyce Watkins energy, man. That's that stepdaddy energy. Ain't
Nah, really, he like a fake troll.
Yeah,
he like a fake troll. I've been reading his comments all night. He a nerd.
Well, on behalf of the Nerds Coalition, which I am the president of, that is not a nerd. That is something different.
Well, no, okay, so no, sir.
There you go, sir.
Like that terminology means something different where I'm from. So I say he a sucker.
Gotcha. Well, security boss.
Security
I know what you're
boss.
here for.
All rise.
Let me have it.
The honorable.
Not why I'm here. I'm here first to give you all my appreciation. It is Valentine's weekend, and I want to give all the great men that I see in front of me my appreciation, just in case you didn't get it today.
You so dope, security boss.
Man,
you are.
So dope.
Thank you.
You are dope for
I'm
real.
giving it to all of you all. See, I was just showing some appreciation. But then I heard Mandrell say something about taking the baby shoe.
Oh shit.
The bun almost fell out my head. I'm just kidding.
Hey, but security boss, for Valentine's Day, for you and your special person, we have this
guy.
We have what?
Listen, I got you. It's called Nigerian. Sorry. Magic baby oil. Nigerian magic baby oil. It make the move. It slips and grip. So we got it in the chat for the next 5 minutes. $4.99. We're paying straight off the pectoral muscles of Black David. So I just want to let you know that we do have that Valentine special today.
Okay, sounds rare. Sounds rare, but okay.
Also, you get a DVD. You also get a DVD of Black David stricken in 2003.
I got a question for the gentleman and security boss.
Go ahead.
If I can get y'all's insight on this, then.
Yes, sir.
Because I think I know Mandrell said he don't have kids, but I just want to play advocate real quick. So say, as a father who's on child support, you paying in, so on and so forth, right? Now you got visitation. When the kids come with you, when they're with you, you may keep them fresh dressed or whatever, new sneaks, whatever, right? When they go home to mom's, you send everything with them. The clothes come back, the sneakers come back to you beat up, right? And then you go shopping for them again because they with you. You can't be out here fresh dressed and they looking like scummy bummy, right? And there's a continuous cycle going on where you are buying clothes, let's say every quarter, you're buying clothes and shoes for your kids just to visit with you. You send the stuff home. When she sends them back with what you sent them home with, it's coming back bummy and scummy, right? So at what point do you say, hey, because I was thinking about what Mandrell was saying, and I've seen those scenarios too, where brothers are sending their kids, and then the mother's like, oh, he's sending them back with the fresh stuff. So if I send them over there bummy and scummy, he's going to send them back with the freshness. And I'm still getting the child support. So at what point, or not at what point, how do you address that? How do you handle that?
Your Honor, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool.
I think that's different.
I'm saying. Thank you, Rilla.
No, but that's not what Mandrell was saying. He wasn't saying because the clothes are coming. He was doing it to be petty. So
no, I'm not. I'm not doing it to be petty because again, I've seen that too.
Mandrell.
They go over to the mother's house and they come in and those clothes come back worn down.
Mandrell, you didn't even mention anything about that.
Black man unfiltered, Your Honor.
I just said what I was going to do.
Stop it, sir.
Yes, you may.
I go Rilla.
Go ahead, Skid. Hold on, let's Skid Boss. Go ahead, Skid Boss.
Chicago Rilla, are you maybe implying that the mother is not taking care of the child?
No, I think where I've seen it, it's like she know one of my guys, right? He went through it. As Mandrell was talking about, it made me think about one of my guys, right? So what he discovered was she would send them to him bummy and scummy. Not that she's not taking care of him, she just send them to him with, she knows how he likes to see them dressed. He likes them clean cut. He likes them put together, haircuts, hair done, clean shoes, clean clothes. They come with, not like project busted, but less than desirable. And he said what he started to see from her is that she understood when she sent the kids over there with less than desirable, less than what he wanted for them, right? Not necessarily the same clothes that he was sending back. She knew he was going to take them shopping and get them fresh. And there's an ongoing cycle of they come over and once a quarter, he's at Old Navy or wherever buying them kids clothes and sneakers.
Now, was the problem with that because he's paying child support also?
That's correct.
Okay. Well,
and that's how you stop that.
If it was a boy child, or what I would do, or he should have a discussion with her, but he should start collecting himself some what we call play clothes. And when he is ready to send them back, he could send them back in their play clothes, because you shouldn't play in your good clothes anyway. But that's an old time thing. I mean, that's what we used to do when we was older. And I would change the clothes out and let them go back in their play clothes. So I would keep a good selection of clothing with them at home if I really was concerned about spending too much money and also paying child support. Or if it was a boy child, as far as the haircuts and things of that go, I think if I was him, I would just try to ask for full custody of the boy child and have the child myself.
I want to respond to that really quickly. First of all, it's a very disingenuous argument. Let me tell you why. The reason it's disingenuous is because how kids grow, every quarter he's going to have to buy clothes anyway. Now, if my child is showing up dirty, those clothes are not washed, we having a whole different conversation. But if it's raggedy clothes that are clean, that she washed and put on my child, that's how she chooses to spend the time with those kids. And so if that's what she feels fitable, just because it's not at my standard, it's not my responsibility to tell her how to run the kids while they're there if she's not doing anything to harm the kids. It is his responsibility every quarter to buy his kids clothes anyway.
Hold on, scale it back, bro. Because when Mandrell said young Timmy would have to take off the shoes, so on and so forth, the assumption was, I'm just going off the example. I'm thinking the assumption was he wants to keep what's his. So if I'm going by your example, then what's wrong with Mandrell keeping what's his at the house with him?
I'm saying that you shouldn't punish the kids. Send the kids home with good clothes.
How are you punishing the kids?
Because if you make
because of the mama.
If you make
y'all feelings about the mama.
No, I'm paying her child support, which she's supposed to be using that money to spend on those kids.
Man, what's little clothes, bro? What's little clothes for your kids?
No, we're not playing that game. We're not playing that game.
That's the problem, because girl put you in your feelings. You got in your feelings.
Let me explain why. Let me explain myself. Here's the thing.
You're a no-nonsense
I've watched
guy,
women take advantage
and you're a control person.
Nope, I've watched women take advantage of men and the court system and all that. And
but that's the most extreme example.
Y'all pick the most extreme
example. That's the most extreme example. That's the most.
It's not the most extreme example. No, I'm telling you. This is
one
mic. If I'm on child support,
hold on. What the mother wasn't doing with what's that dude named Chicago Cat was saying? What if she was sending a child to him with good clothes? Would you still tell your child to take the shoes off? If she's sending the child with good clothes?
He would. Yeah.
Yeah,
but the problem is that it might not be the mother's fault. Because let me tell you how little boys work. My nephew, I done bought him some brand new clothes, and just because he's a hard player, the pants are going to get ripped. It's going to get dirty. That's how kids play.
That's true.
It's so crazy.
Unless you want your child to be like this or something, man, you won't have to buy clothes.
But it's crazy that we try to say, oh, just because he's a wild boy, he like playing out in the dirt. It got to be his mama fault. No, he just like being outside.
It's not his mom's fault. But you're keeping the clothes that I bought you here, and I'm sending you back to your mama's house with whatever she sent you in.
So let me hold on one second. Let me play devil's advocate for just a second. So what Mandrell's trying to say is take this. Let me simplify this a little bit. I think Chicago really is trying to say the same thing. If you're sending child support every month and you're paying and you're a good father and you're paying that child support faithfully, and she's using that child support, well, if you buy your kids something, because if they're coming to stay with you and you have 50-50 custody or whatever the custody is, and they come and stay with you, you're constantly adding to what he has with his mom, right? That's fine. If you send him home with everything, and then you'll have to be replacing things as they go. In certain situations, men feel that way about the whole spending money thing, is that you're getting child support. I'm going to faithfully pay my child support. Anything over, because we had this conversation last night, me and Tommy B, and I think who else? I don't even remember who it was. But we had this conversation the other night about some men are saying, listen, if I had to go through the system, I'm not paying anything over the child support. So anything that I buy,
shit. That's clown shit. That's clown shit. That's still your child, regardless of what the mama, what you put on child.
Your $300 your $300 ain't even paying the rent. They say, hey, she should be able to buy clothes.
Hold on, whoa. He said that's what?
He said that's clown shit, Tommy B.
Who said that?
I said, if my child, that's my child. That's my
Brian, you on child support, Brian?
Hold on. No. Let's get one thing understood. Let's get one thing understood. If I'm taking care of my motherfucking kids, it ain't no reason for no motherfucking child support. So if you take your motherfucking spiteful ass down here to put me in these, no. Let me talk. Let me talk. If you take your spiteful motherfucking ass down there and put these fucking white folks in my business, then you did what the fuck you did. And when my motherfucking kids with me, they'll be taken care of. You said what?
What they got to do with your kids?
What the fuck this bitch putting me on paperwork got to do with my kids if I'm already taking care of them?
Tommy, hold on.
About your child.
Go ahead, Rilla.
Brian, are you on child support?
I was on child support with my daughter.
Your daughter's 18 now? Wait.
My daughter lives with me now.
Okay, so your daughter lives with you. How long were you on child support?
I was on child support for 11 years.
Okay, so you wait. We gonna slow walk.
I'm in my feelings.
I know we all are. We gonna slow walk it. We gonna long stroke it.
Pump slow. Stroke my mind. You can't
listen.
My mind.
Listen. So you on child support for 11 years. What state you in?
I was in Mississippi at the time.
Okay, you was in the SIP. Okay.
Yep.
So you're saying in your situation, you experienced that you paid your child support, you paid it in full, no arrears until your daughter came to live with you, so on and so forth. And then regardless of whatever she needed, you would pay over or give more or buy whatever, and no issues with that.
Yeah, because I got the money to pay for it. And plus my baby mother wasn't that ignorant like that. You know what I'm saying?
So wait. Yeah. So then the question becomes, your scenario is your scenario. How wouldn't you but how wouldn't you be able to look at another man's scenario where the mother is being spiteful and leveraging the kids?
I can understand that, but at the same time, those are just clothes.
Brian, what was the point of putting you on child support if you was taking care of your kids? Is my question. What's the fucking point?
Nigga, I was broke. Shit, she needed that food stamps and Medicaid.
So hold on. So Brian, you wasn't taking care of your kids.
I would take care of my kids. I told her, let's go and do that. Go and put me on child support so she can get Medicaid. Because where I was working, I didn't.
Oh, so it was Medicaid then.
Yeah, she needed Medicaid.
Because I went through the same thing. But you know what my BM did? We went to the courts, and my child support right now is 0.00 a month. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. We went there and we explained to the courts we already had something settled outside the court. And the judge pretty much asked us, well, what are y'all doing here? And I said, well, that's what I've been asking, because when she applied for the Medicaid, they automatically went after me for child support. So we went to them and we got that. What I'm saying is, if I'm taking care of my kids, there is no reason for you to go to child support. So once you make that decision to go there anyway, well, I'm going to give you exactly what the fuck you asked for.
I ain't gonna do that because I want my kids to look good. I want them to feel good. So I'm gonna pay for my children, bro.
Yeah, Tommy B, I get that.
I understand where you're coming from.
No, Tommy B. So I'm at the point where I'm saying this right here. I'm not giving her any more cash outside of child support, but my kids is gonna be sharp. There's no way I'm gonna be walking around here fresh.
That's what I'm saying.
My kid walking around with bobos just because his mama ain't got it. No.
So guess what? So guess what, E-Man? If you can't afford with what these white folks told me to pay you to keep my kids up, give me my motherfucking kids.
Facts.
Why that ain't never
Facts.
Why that ain't never What you taking your hand for? I'm a fucking parent too. If you can't keep it up, give me my
kids. Yeah.
And that's what I did. That's what the fuck I did.
No, but exactly, that's my point. So it's no point in even so I don't have to pay you over what they tell me. If you can't keep up with what they told me to pay you, give me my kids. I can keep it up.
Wait, hold on. I gotta hear this. Man, why would you disagree with that?
Well, the reason I disagree with this, right? What I'm saying is, I get what he's saying. He's saying what he's saying is that if my kids, because we got to keep it on the context of the clothes. And if she said, "Hey, if she said that I'm paying, they got food in their belly, they got a good place that they're staying. I'm making sure they get the food, all these different things. I just need you to make sure the kids got clothes."
No, bro. No.
We're talking about clothes and shoes.
No. That's not. No. Listen to what he. Hold on, E-Man. Listen to what he just said. If the state says I'm designated to pay you this amount,
is the state your daddy?
Listen, man. Hold on. If
it is once the fuck you put them in my business.
Correct. But if you can't keep up, if you can't keep up, give me my kids. Who would have an issue with a man wanting his kids?
Yeah.
Oh no, I agree with that. Oh, I agree with that.
I get what y'all trying to say, but what I am saying is this right here.
E-Man, are you on child support?
No, my baby
having this conversation.
Then why are we having this conversation, E-Man? That's why I'm not saying much. I've given my opinion about the situation based on my anecdotal experience from observation.
I respect
I'm not on child support.
Listen, but y'all need to hear the other side of the story. Because it's cool that we get on these platforms and we just hear these men barking. But what I am saying, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying this right here. When it really comes down to this, if she's taking care of the basic things that child's need, and we talking about clothes and shoes. Now she asking, "Hey man, you need to still pay my light bill because the light's getting cut off and I'm paying child support." No, you should get custody of your kids. If she's saying that, "Hey, these kids ain't gonna eat tonight," you should get custody. If there's any mistreating that's going on in the situation, you should get custody of your kids. But she said, "Hey, I only can afford these Walmart clothes. Can you go get him a nicer shirt or can you get him some nicer shoes?" But this is crazy that we talking about we need my kids just because she only.
Man, I think it's
now, E-Man, hold on, real. One second, real.
E-Man, let me explain to you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
In my situation specifically, both of my BMs, first of all, they get money every month. If they need a loan, if they need some money, they can get my first BM, her pops passed away last month. Shot her some money for the funeral. She just hit me up a couple of days ago. Need to borrow some money. All of that shit is available because you ain't got these white folks in my business. Once you put them in my business, it's cut off. We going straight by what the fuck you put on the table. I didn't put that on the table. You put that on the table. And since that's what you want on the table, cool. That's what we'll go by. That's in my situation because how I handle shit. I tell people all the time, if the dad ain't handling his business, absolutely take him to court. My problem is the dudes that's handling business and they still take you to court. That's a problem to me. The fact that y'all don't see that as a problem is a fucking problem.
Now, hold on, E-Man. Same thing. Let me add Tommy before you go. Tommy B, same thing. Let me add on to him, then you can go. You can cook. Same thing. I sat down with my ex and I said, listen, I told Sir Hill, we talked about this on the platform the other night. I sat down with her. I said, listen, the kids are with you. I want to sit down with you and come up with a plan. We came up with a plan. Brian, this for you too. We came up with a plan. I said, I want half of your bills. I want everything that you pay on paper. You ain't going to just tell me, but I need to see it on paper. Right? So I saw her car payment, her car insurance, her cable, her lights, her water, her rent, everything down the middle. I told her, I'm going to pay 50% of your life. 50, I'm going to pay half of everything you pay. Right? So I sent her this, and then what happened after this is what we're talking about, what me and Tommy B and Chicago Real are talking about. It's after I gave her this money, I gave it to her every month. I even gave her a debit card, stipend for gas, bro, to put in her car. I gave her a debit card. I would put money on the card for her to put gas in her car to get the kids around. She listened to outsiders say, hey, girl, he only giving you money for bills? He only giving you money for gas? No, girl. You need to take him to court. You need more than that. We went to court. The judge gave her way, way less than what I was giving her. And I told her, don't ask me for nothing else.
But listen, I'm not
because you had no reason to do it.
But Black Man Unfiltered, I agree. Let me take Queso. Maybe y'all understand if I take Queso. Black Man, what you're saying is right. But what I'm trying to say is that you putting clothes and shoes on your kid's back have nothing to do with those bills. I'm not telling you to give her cash money, but if your kids come over there and they don't have the proper shoes, they don't have the proper clothes, I don't care if you gave her $1 million. It's your obligation as a parent to make sure your kids have clothes.
It's hers too. And I'm paying her for it.
That's what the fuck the money is that they told me to give her for.
Right, that's what the money for.
No, the money. So this the problem is, we talk about the average owner, somebody who's making $45,000, right?
Right. So save up.
Hold on, no, listen, because you just saying something. You don't even know what I'm talking about. You just responded at this point.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that man's paying $600, right? Her rent is $2,500. He's contributing to that rent. Huh?
She's overextended.
Yeah, exactly. It's not my problem.
Yeah, I think that's a bad approach.
This is the funny part, though, E-Man, is everything that I'm buying for my kid, for her, I'm also buying for my house. So I'm doubling everything.
That's what I just said.
Everything. She's only buying for one. That's what women never look at.
Right.
We gotta buy double because they sure the fuck don't offer a fucking a bed for my house. They don't offer no motherfucking none of that shit. I buy that for their house. Then I gotta turn around and buy that shit for my motherfucking house.
Right. Exactly. I gotta pay my car payment, her car payment. I gotta pay her bills. I gotta pay my bills. I'm paying 100% of mine, 50% of hers. And that's not good enough. And then when the kids when school time comes, they know daddy coming, right? So I'm going to buy their shoes, their clothes. And my wife was like, damn. You know, my wife was like, damn, you killing the game. I'm buying the school clothes, I'm buying the shoes, I'm buying the socks, I'm buying the underwear. Yeah, right. And that's what I'm supposed to do. So why, if I'm doing that, then why did you listen to other people to tell you that you could get more than what I'm giving you, and the court system give you way less? And you expect me to come back up and give you more again? I'm not.
No, I agree. With let me take the case out because maybe you didn't hear me. Like I said, Black Man Unfiltered. Let me calm my voice down. I agree with what you're saying. I started my argument with what you said. You will be hurting. You will suffer if you get these people involved in the system. I said that at the beginning of this whole argument.
Right. Okay.
What I am saying as a parent, if these kids are in your house or not in your house, you have an obligation to make sure they have clothes, they have shoes.
I think you're missing what the guys are saying. That part, no one is disagreeing on that part.
Right.
We're just saying, if I am doing this, why in the world would you put a system in place to enforce something that I'm already doing? I think that's what
somebody needs to go on mute. It's a feedback.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's gone now. I think.
Yeah, I think the discussion, E-Man. I think the discussion is because I agree with you, but I also understand the perspective of because I was a person paying money, and then it was just like, oh, but now you want to put me on child support. So I think what people are trying to get you to understand, right, is the fact that it shouldn't happen in the first place, right? But I understand what you're saying, that if the child comes over and the child needs something, then I agree that yes, you should be able to push that to the side to take care of the child in the moment, and then you can deal with that later. I think that's what you're trying to say. But I think what everybody's trying to make you understand is that I've already been doing everything. Matter of fact, I've been doing more than what the court has even, in a lot of cases has ordered me to do. So the fact that you put me on child support, you did it out of spite. You did it to try to hurt me. You did it as a punishment. And so it's not fair for you to come back and then ask me to do more now.
And mind you, E-Man, when I give my money, I'm not like some of these niggas. I don't give, if you go get your nails done, I don't give a fuck. I understand that you taking care of my kids takes that away from you. I don't care if you get none of that shit. But again, when you put me on the system, now we in a whole different atmosphere, and that's the problem.
Exactly. I get what y'all guys saying. What I'm saying is, do not repay evil with evil. Just because she was evil, and she make this statement let me finish. Let me finish.
I'm not gonna let you do it. Because what you're doing is you attaching a moral biblical principle with something that's a little bit different. This is not repaying evil. This is consequences for bad decisions. Now, what the men are saying is, I'm going to take care of my kid. Everything that they need will be provided. I'm gonna do. If we want to talk about Bible, it says follow instructions. The instructions were to pay child support. I'm paying the child support. If it gets critical, then the kid should be with the parent that's most capable of providing. If we don't want these problems, don't put the system in there in the first place.
And again, I started my argument with exactly what you guys are saying. If
I don't know how you agree and then disagree in the same
listen to what I'm saying. I agree with that point. If she put you on the system, you should not be giving her any more cash. The cash is out of the question. So I want to know that we agree on that part. But
E-Man, if my kid comes up to me and say they need some clothes, of course I'm gonna give them some clothes, bro.
But Tommy B, that I get where you're coming from, but everybody on the panel was not coming from that. They was not coming.
No, E-Man.
Everybody said the same thing.
I think E-Man. What you misunderstanding is what we're saying is if she comes to me, if my kid comes to me and go, yo, I need this outfit. Yeah, you getting the outfit. If she comes to me, bitch, fuck you.
Tommy, I think what E-Man is talking about, and this is what I was confused about at first too, is because it's the way Mandrell stated it at first. Because Mandrell said,
"I'm not playing, bro."
Because Mandrell said, "Well, fine, I'm not gonna send him back with clothes, or I'm gonna." I can't remember exactly.
No, I'll tell you exactly hold
on. I don't remember what it was, but it sounded like he was saying he was going to be petty with clothes. So E-Man is strictly talking to that. He's not necessarily talking to. I just.
Okay, I missed that one in.
Yeah, he's
right.
Because
what I said was, okay. Here's the thing: if the first thing I'm going to do if I have a child, first of all, I'm going to be married. But if you want to, if we end up divorced, the odds are it's not going to be my fault. Because I'm going to do my job as a man. And the way I treat you as a husband, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. You're going to be treated like a queen. So, I mean, if you choose to leave, it's going to be on some irreconcilable differences type stuff or whatever nonsensical reason you come up with. Now, if it's that, okay, let's sit down and hammer out a deal. All right, I will give you this much money per month for child support. Take care of the kid. Now, if the kid needs to go to the hospital, the doctor, whatever, anything health-wise, that's me. You keep your money, do whatever you want with
But you know something else?
I'll take care of the kid. But now, if she don't want to do the deal, you're going to have to beat me to the child support office.
It's
a race then. And once I get there, what you get is what you get. And that's all you're getting, literally. Unless the kid is hurt and needs to go to the doctor. That's still me.
Let me ask you a question on that point. With the poverty and the low income rates that a lot of mothers are with, and we know the statistics on this, they need food stamps, they need housing, whatever you call that. And some of those things, and correct me if I'm wrong, require child support to come in. Like, how do we speak to that if she needs some type of assistance that requires it? Like, does that change your perspective at all? Like,
no,
so is
that's
that
your
spiteful?
problem. Give me the kid until you're able to get a job to where you don't have to
exactly. Give me my kids. Yeah, give me my kids.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's your problem.
Even if she's a great mother, she does.
I don't
and
care.
this is just me.
Listen,
just me.
Bro, if you talking about my child, if I ever get lucky enough to meet a woman who's worthy of having a kid with and wants to give me a child, I'm lucky enough to find a woman who wants to give me a child. Listen, I'm not playing about the kid. My kid's gonna be straight. Period. That's my number one priority. So whatever is the best situation for my child to be in, that's where my support's gonna go.
But
you know what I'm saying? So if she is in a situation where she needs to be on government assistance, number one, my child's not living like that.
Exactly.
But what's the percentage of people in America who need assistance, either long term or short term? Like, what's the percent? That the percentage is kind of higher, isn't it?
It is high. It is.
But Mandrell, see, the problem with your argument, this is what you're saying, and I might be off. I'm open to, I can be off. But you're saying this right here. I'm with a woman, she get pregnant, right? That pregnant woman, I'm gonna run down to the child support office. I'm not gonna even try to work it out.
If we can't hammer out a deal, if we can't hammer out a deal,
you said I'm running first. She get pregnant before the baby get out the room. Good. She could be still down there in labor. I'm going down to the child support office. I'm gonna put myself on child support, and whatever the state says, that's the minimum I'm doing. I'm not doing that. She didn't put you on child support. She didn't try to run and get those white people. You got the white people in your business, and you said I'm just gonna do the minimum.
If we can't hammer out a deal, you'll get that shot. You'll get that shot. You'll get the chance for us to sit down and negotiate.
You didn't say
what's
that,
reasonable.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that. You said
no. Here's the thing, E-Man. I'll take that one. That's probably my fault. I probably didn't preface what I was saying with that first. I'll give you that one. Okay, that's my bad. So yeah, that one I'll eat. I'll eat it.
Look at you guys. I'm proud of y'all.
Now I agree with that. If y'all sit down, y'all try to come down with agreement, and she's unreasonable, then if you decide to go put yourself on child support, that's different. But us telling the message, run down to child support as soon as you have a baby, don't even try to talk to the person you decide to reproduce with, it's just bad advice in my opinion.
Right. And, preferably, I'd rather be married before I have a child anyway. So.
Well, I have heard people say that, like, be the first one there type of shit. I don't know how that happened. I've always had an understanding with motherfuckers that I fucked with. And, like, I even told people, first of all, and of course, you know, as a lot of y'all say with the marriage thing, it's probably the safest thing. But if you don't end up married, know who the fuck you fucking with, dog. Like, I remember when I was talking to Jay Prince that time, and I guess one of his BMs, he didn't even know her goddamn name. Like, bro, know who you fucking with. Like, both of the people I had kids with, I knew them, knew their families. I never even had an inkling of worry of being on child support ever. People be saying I'm lucky. I ain't lucky. I knew who I was fucking with. It's that simple.
I do want to let people know I advocate. I want to make sure people know. I know we talking about child support. You need to get married first, have a baby second. And I ain't going my jacket.
But I would add to this, because listening to you guys talk about child support, I'm married and I'm also a grandfather. I'm glad I don't have to go through this, but I could fully understand why 54% of men who are making 6 figures or more who are successful don't want to be married and ain't trying to have kids, because listen to this conversation, what they might have to go through. I can see why it scares them away from that, because as an African, I gotta be logical and I gotta be rational about it. What will make a guy not want to be married and he entering his 30s and he making a lot of money? What is he afraid of? When I hear these conversations, I try to put myself in their shoes.
Hey,
If
Black,
this what they're afraid of,
hold on one second.
they what they're trying to
Got
avoid.
lot of background. I hear something coming through. I guess
My kids and they're watching stuff. I try to tell them to
that's
keep
you.
quiet.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
So, me hearing this, I had to be irrational, because when I was hearing about these statistics about we got a lot of black men who are now successful, who are single, and I'm trying to figure why they're afraid of being married. But when I hear the child support system, which I watched my father go through this before, I never went to it. Thank God for that. But as I hear it more and more, I start to ask this question. Is this why you have to call the passport bros and all of a sudden? Because they're like, you know what? Since the system here is not beneficial for the men in this country, why get married in this country for them? That's where the big question mark it pop in my head. I'm trying to rationalize it. I'm looking at it in a logical
Legacy and
sense.
family, though, Black David. And this is the thing.
But wait,
hold on one second. I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I really am about to go get in this gym, Sir Hale. I really am. And I'm gonna listen to y'all while I get this workout in. But
don't buy no baby oil from E-Man either.
Here's the thing, Black David. what we got to start showing men and preaching to these young bloods is, if we understand that our communities, neighborhoods, society at large hinges on successful, productive nuclear families, that's why you would get married. It's for family and it's for legacy, right? It's about family and legacy. But you know what? We so busy out here slanging dick 7 ways to Sunday just because we don't think in terms of building. We don't delay gratification, at least in that sense. We rather run up in or shoot up the club, raw dog it. Man, that was good, bro. I knocked up, man, I knocked that one down. I bust down such and such and so and so. Man, when you get to a man of a certain, when you get to become a man of a certain age, man, all them bodies that you caught don't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Then when you get on the other side of 50, then you start looking like, okay, who am I gonna ride this thing out with? Right? So it's not that marriage is scary or child support. Those things happen because we're all the sum total of our decisions. Our entire lives are the sum totals of the decisions that we've made, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. And that includes who we choose to procreate with. We got to eat that. You thought you was drilling and busting her down. No, you were procreating, fam. That's what you were doing. You were procreating. And you have the manifestation of what you were doing, right? So it's not that getting married is scary or the family court system is scary or I'm not worried about none of that, right? I'm about to do my thing in a couple of weeks. You understand me?
What's coming up in a couple of weeks, really?
Oh, nothing, a little bit of nothing.
Come on now. Come on. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations, brother.
Yeah. Congratulations, brother.
Come on, man. Get that done. Come on.
Really? You finna get married?
Yeah.
Is this your first or second one?
Second.
That's insane. Why would you do that to yourself?
So
you about to get cussed out.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you asked for the very same reason that I just told you: family and legacy. See, I'm not oofy goofy. I understand what my legacy is tied to. I understand there's power. Listen, there's power even from a biblical perspective, right?
Okay.
Where two or more gathered, there I am in the midst, right? So even from a biblical perspective, there who
is in the midst?
I don't want to take Black Men Unfiltered channel off the rails into a biblical discussion, but
all right, I was about to bring the smoke on that one.
I don't know why.
God is in the midst.
Good smoke.
God is in the midst.
I know what he meant.
Yeah.
Wait. You was about to derail the entire conversation because you didn't think. Okay. So the point being is that I'm concerned about family and legacy. So that's why. And I don't desire to be in a long-term relationship without a covenant being attached to that. Okay. So that's why I'm doing this to myself.
Teach
you,
brother.
But what I'm saying is, listen, I found a chick and that was
Don't take relationship advice from single people.
Here's the thing, bro. I mean, you got married once, it didn't work out, and this whole thing. Well, I got a thing with religion. I believe in God. I'll say that. Religion is what I have an issue with. But
you said nothing about
it didn't work. It didn't work the first time.
Mandrell, let me help you out with something, bro.
Yeah.
You're already assuming a lot. You didn't ask why didn't it work out? What happened?
Oh, I figured that was none of my business.
Hold on. Because that would help you some. It would help.
Right, but we're in a public forum. We're on the internet.
I got you. But you know, and I'm not saying I would answer, but I'm saying I'm just listening to your line of question because you're like, man, it didn't work out for you the first time. Why would you do that again? My good Lord, man. I mean, that's
so bad.
That's like I'm just saying, get married twice.
Wait. Are you an
entrepreneur? I guess I get the appeal.
Are you an entrepreneur?
Maybe the first one wasn't the right one.
Wait.
And now you met someone who's fantastic.
Cool.
And you want to spend the rest of your life with her and build a legacy and a family with.
Wait. Are you an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Okay, cool. How many businesses have you started?
3.
How many of those failed?
2.
So the 2 that failed, when the first one failed, did you say, I'm not doing this again?
No.
All right,
Get
you
him,
went
Rilla.
back in.
Oh,
You went back in. So the second one failed. You said, man, whoo, can't do this. Like, I can't do this no more. I'm gonna tap out and I'm gonna just go ahead and work for somebody.
I'm not going back to that.
Correct. So you went in a third time, right?
Keep preaching.
I hear him. I hear him.
Okay.
I'm letting him
I don't
cook.
think you do.
Yeah, but listen. I get it.
I'm letting him cook. I know he's going with it.
I got a couple guys that's like, it ain't for them. Well, they said that early on that it wasn't for them. Listen, again, I don't know how old you are. I'm a man of a particular age, right? And I'm telling you, the brothers that I have conversations with now, it's heavy on their mind.
It's on my mind too, honestly.
It's heavy on their mind.
So what are you talking about, Mandrell? Like,
Well,
is
here's
this on your
the
mind?
thing. Well, here's the thing. Most of my adult life, I worked for the government, federal government, right? Special Forces in the Army. I was Army Special Forces. After that, I worked for the DOD, Department of Defense. I was never home. And when I was home, I never had time to get married. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of relationship is that? That's why most of my relationships didn't work out once I got out of the Army, because you're not home. You don't have much time to spend with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's understandable.
Really
so,
quick,
if I knew that if I wanted to have a family, when I was in the Army, I said, if I ever want to have a family, I can't do it while I'm in the Army. There is no way. It is buck wild out here.
I agree with you.
Everybody's screwing everybody. Nobody's anybody's real mama. Somebody's his own father. It's just that retarded.
Damn.
It is just that messy, man.
It just hit me. Somebody's
truth to it.
Right.
I agree. When I was in the military, I refused.
The same thing with the Navy and the Marine. I'm hearing the same thing too.
I'm telling you. And then I get out. I do 2 security contracts in Afghanistan. That was 2 years. Okay. Made a decent amount of money. But then I come back and I work for DOD. And that was a good job. Very fulfilling job. But once I hit 39, I had a conversation with someone. They asked me, what my finances look like. And I was honest with him. I told him. He said, you know what? What are you doing here? So what do you mean? Working here for DOD. What are you doing here? I said, I like my job. He said, you're never gonna get the money. You're never gonna get what you're worth working for anybody. I said, okay. And so he said, okay. And so that's when we got into a conversation about me striking out on my own, starting my own business in whatever. And then he said, once I get one up and it's up and running and it's making money, the amount of support I get was going to be big. So pretty much through this whole process, I've been being groomed for such things, and hopefully it works out. So far so good.
Sir Hill wanted to respond to that. Go ahead, Sir Hill.
That was a really long way to say Chicago cooked you. He really provided a great example to show you why he's getting married again. That was why what he said was spot on.
Yeah.
What was that?
You was cooked. You was cooked like a turkey on Thanksgiving Day in a deep fry. I mean,
I'm
without the Nigerian baby oil.
I appreciate Rilla's advice, and this is stuff I want to hear. I'm not asking my questions salaciously. I'm asking because I'm genuinely curious. If it didn't work the first time, what makes you go in and do it another time?
Okay.
Given the current environment, you know what I mean. I'm honestly asking because I haven't spent a terrible amount of time, in society, in regular society. I'll say that I haven't spent a lot of time. So, but I spent a lot of time. It's kind of
came off like you were being salacious. So that makes sense now that you clarify. I thought you were being salacious. So your questions are genuine. It makes sense.
Yeah, they're genuine. I mean, they seem like this because I've looked at most
of
society.
But that makes sense now.
Yeah, I've looked at most of society through kind of like a fishbowl. Like you guys are in your bubble because over here in America, you're in Disneyland. This isn't real. This isn't the real world. You guys are very much so insulated and protected. And so it's kind of like once you spend so much time out there, years even, and you come back, you look at everybody, you're like, what's wrong with everybody?
But I
and you know what I mean? And it's like, I thought marriage was supposed to be a covenant between two people and to be taken seriously. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. I take my commitments very seriously. Because once upon a time, for years of my life, if I didn't take my commitment seriously, and no one allowed when I hear it, meant the difference between life and death. Period. So that's why I come back here with all that virtue. I like that part about myself, that I take commitment seriously. It's got me a long way. And to see people just have these opportunities to create a family and find someone to live out life together, and they just blow it on nothing. Literally nothing. They blow it. They throw it away. And I'm just like, you ungrateful. You know, and I'm just like, is it worth it to even try anymore?
Well, I think I think you got to really understand. I took that same stance that you took. When I was in the United States military, I refused to get married because I just not a good idea. I was just refusing that I was going to be with a woman and have to leave her for a year and her to be here in the States to defend for herself. I just wasn't cut for it, and it wasn't for me. Some guys are built for it. I wasn't built that way to be able to leave my family in that way. And so I get that. But once you leave the military, what happened is your life starts to change. And I feel that we got to be willing to adapt to our new situation. Even though our old life might require one thing, our new life might be more open for marriage. That's all I was saying.
Gotcha. Because like I said, after the Army, I did two contracts in Afghanistan, you know. So that's and my deployments were a year and a half. You know, was it Afghanistan when I was in the Army, a year and a half in Afghanistan. Flew from Afghanistan to Iraq, a year and a half there. Flew back here, was here for like a month back stateside. Then we went to South America. And I bounced from 3 different countries in South America, you know, and you're never home. And I watch these women treat these guys like trash. The women here talk about how vicious guys are. We got nothing on women. On what women see. And then I found a woman when I got out and got my heart torn to shreds. And that is when I learned that women have the power to create supervillains.
Yeah, well,
and they don't know it.
You are right, because I know guys who deployed, they came home to a Dear John letter. It was literally a box. So imagine you left your house with furniture. You left your house fully furnished. It comes back. It's a brown box with
your stuff in it
that says that I'm gone. I left 7 months ago while you was overseas. Matter of fact, not only I'm gone, I'm messing with your cousin, and we getting married in 2 weeks. Can you sign these papers? So I'm telling you, I understand that I'm not built that way.
Right, and so to you, Sir Hale, I mean, again, given that, and of course, me, I don't discriminate. Once upon a time, I was exclusive to Black women. That's been gone, long time ago. No longer exclusive, and they almost lost me. Period. But I thought, but then you sit down and think about something. You sit down and think about it for 2 seconds. You're like, no, that's stupid. You know, and you step back to reality. You know, it's just you're angry at the time, and that's why you can't make decisions while you're emotional. You know, but yeah, I mean, the way it looks, I mean, like with single mothers, I haven't met a single mother yet that's willing to give equal agency of their child to the significant other, you know. So my thing is, what the fuck, man?
And that was the second question I was going to go into when it comes to that's a nice segue, because that's where I was going next. When it comes to being stepfathers,
which I am one of it.
Yeah, when you become stepfathers, then how does it work with the child then as far as child support? As a stepfather, if you are a stepfather, do you want the child to get child support? Do you want to take full financial responsibility for the child? If the daddy's really not trying to do for the child, he's being forced to pay for the child. I mean, what are your thoughts? I'll start with Sir Hale first. What are your thoughts on that?
All right, can you say that last part again for me about stepfather and me paying for the children? Say it again for me.
Yeah. You take 100% financial control for the children, your stepchildren. If you had stepchildren.
Let's get some context. So we're saying, let's say a woman was, if the father is still living, I'm going to push for that relationship to still remain intact because I promote fatherhood. If it's a situation where the father maybe is, deceased or something of that nature, absolutely. So if the circumstances just depend. Like I wouldn't find myself in a situation where the kid is 3 years old and I'm stepping in and I'm trying to, no, I'm going to push for fatherhood from their biological father because I promote fatherhood.
Right. Now,
that's a real touchy one. I don't have a good answer on that one just yet.
Right. Now, let me say this. Let me add this to it because that was genius what you just did. Let me add this to it. You take financial responsibility of the child if the child's father is deceased or the child's father is or not want to be in their life. But let me add this to it. If the other caveat to it, so we'll add both. If the child's father is in his life and the child's father has a conversation with you and say, hey, listen, when it comes to disciplining my child or talking to my son, I know you're about to marry the mother of my child, but all discipline go through me. You can't speak anything discipline to my son.
I would have to pay attention to that because that's their child, and if he's doing what's best for his kid, we have to have the conversation and be on the same page, right? Now, initially he might come over there because he doesn't know me, he doesn't know what I'm standing for, and as a father, you got to protect your kids,
right?
But once we get to know each other and we establish respect, I think that will probably change. If it doesn't, then I have to look at the person I'm getting ready to marry and ask if I want those kind of problems.
Right. What about you, Queso?
Yeah. So I'm thinking about a situation where I dated this young lady and she had one child, and this is when this was a while ago. But anyways, I kind of prepared myself to have a conversation with the child, and she had a little girl too. So I knew that was even going to be more difficult. I don't know, man. It's hard to say what you would do without the full picture being painted. Because on one end, if you don't feel connected to the children, that plays a factor. If you, because there's a lot of situations where someone may love the mother or love the father, but not necessarily feel the same way about the kids. And even though they might not mistreat the kids or do anything wrong to the kids, they don't feel that connection, so they might not feel that responsibility. So I'm just gonna say I don't know. Now, personally, before I had a child, I wasn't really keen on being a stepfather. I'll say that, but I mean, I do have respect for people, who do it, to be honest with you, because I feel like in these spaces, a lot of times, we preach a lot, don't date single mothers. And although I understand that, and, I agree with it to a certain extent, I also think that it's commendable for people who can, or who do that, or who have they just have the ability to do it. And because, I mean, at the end of the day, the kids win, you know what I'm saying? So when I look at it from that perspective, I kind of have a lot of respect for them, but I'm getting off on a different thing. I honestly, I don't know. That's my answer.
All right. So Canadian, born Nigerian.
I'll say this. Before I married my wife, I did a couple of single moms in the past. After I've single women. But what I did notice, living out here in New York City, for some apparent reason, the single moms seem to be more mature than the single women. Now, when I married my wife, I spoke to her about it because I said, I want to be that father figure for your daughter because at that time, I built a bond with a child. It seemed like my past few relationships, that's always been the case. I'm always easy to connect with a child regardless of what the situation may be. Maybe because I love kids, that's maybe me, but it wasn't an easy situation I felt because the father was still alive, number one, he was in the army. Two, met him in person. So he was still financially supporting his daughter. Now, I noticed there was a disconnect between him and his daughter because even though he's there financially, he wasn't there emotionally. And me being a stepdad, I can't just stand by and watch the child not have no real genuine love. She's not getting it from my father. So I would have stepped up to the plate. Now it took me a while before she accepted though. Don't get me wrong, because I learned it because let's be real, growing up in a house whereby both parents want to show me no real love. I say I don't care what the situation may be, will come to me. Either you're my child, you're not my child. Either you're adopted or you're adopted. I must show you love regardless because you know why. I want to be the person that break the generational curse that the many households have gone through. Either be a genuine kid or a step kid. Because if you don't think about it, put yourself in that child's shoe. How would that child going to feel every day when they see that person with their mom or with their dad, but don't show you the same love they show to their parents? My wife told me this right off the back. I'm not gonna be with no man who's not gonna love my child the same way she will love me. And I respect her for her decision because you know why? She seen it before it happen when people get a relationship. It's like all they're trying to do is drive that child away. Like you're not supposed to be here. I understand the Kevin Samuel mind when he talk about how the animal kingdom works. When a new lion come to play, they're not gonna try and take another cub. They're trying to kill that cub and start a new generation. Which I get that mindset where it comes from, but that's not me.
But
So to this day, like,
the problem that we're running into today with the step parents, though, and I'm gonna say what everybody is not gonna say. You
I'll
get
say
with
it.
these women,
I get what it is. There's no
you
honor
date
for
these
step parents. I
women, and
get that.
then you are the
I
alpha
might be.
male, you a leader, you a daddy, you a husband, and then she tell you, listen, I know you help them raise these kids. I know they're there now in their life, but don't say nothing to my kids.
It's saying
Oh,
I've been in that situation
we
twice.
had that argument. We had that argument before, and I explained it to her. You go down that route. There are consequences, but you don't have to answer to me. You answer to the one up there because you go look at you based on that. That I explained my wife, but guess what? As time progresses, things change around. To this day, right now, she tell me I'm a much better dad than her real dad. I'm always gonna let her know I still love you regardless. I had to be consistent about it because let's be real, I seen it happen before. I know what it feel like to be out there. I know what it feel like nobody cared about you and it may lead to something else. So I would not let a person who under my watch take a wrong negative path just because I could care less. That'd be wrong of me, my integrity, who I am as an individual. So I said I'm not gonna do that. To the day, to make me a happy grandfather, I got two grandkids. I love them dearly. I love her dearly. And she had nothing but pure respect for me, regardless. And she called me
Right.
dad at that time. She called me dad, and I accepted it.
And see, I feel you on that one because I was in a situation. I dated one single mom, and she was over here with her kids, and one of her kids was jumping on my couch. I mean, like a trampoline. Okay. And I told the kid, hey, no, don't do that. You know. And so the kid stopped, but the mom said, "Why'd you tell her that?" I said, "Because she's jumping on the couch and it's gonna wear it out. I mean, the furniture, it isn't cheap, and I don't want it to wear out. I like to take care of my stuff." She's like, "It's just a couch, though." This is coming from the mom, right? And anytime I said anything to her kids, I mean, it was a problem, and yeah, she knew that wasn't going to work because I told her, I said, "That's not going to work for me. I'm not going to like this. If that's the way it's going to be, this isn't going to go anywhere because there's no way I'm going to live in a house where I don't have agency of the children that's living under my roof, you know?"
And I get that because I think that's one of the biggest issues I was looking at before I married my wife because I told my wife about it before. If you go down that route, it can make or break a relationship. And it's totally true. I get it why a lot of people are so typical being stepdad. And I see that. It took me a while for me to say, you know what? Maybe I should do this. Because unlike before, when I was about to turn 30, I dated a couple of women. Some were single with no kids, some were single without kids. When I met my wife, I made a decision because I was getting to a point where If I'm not married before the age of 35, I'm not going to be with nobody because I don't got time to waste with anybody. I would just rather shut it off and just focus on me for the rest of my life because I know what it's like to be in my 40s. And I watch people in my family who turned 40 or so and got married. When they start having kids, when they get to the certain age, they don't have the energy to deal with kids after they turn 60 or 70. I'm not going to do that with me. But I'm still young, 43. I'm still a granddad. But hey, I got plenty to do with my kids and my grandkids. No one can outrun me. No one can outdream me. It ain't going to happen. It's what it is. I realize sometimes that I got to make that decision. Because it was two things. Either I find my wife here, and I hate it if I have to go back to the motherland and find my wife, which I don't want to. I had a reason why I did not marry the one from my own country for personal family reasons. Because I know what it lead to. As a Nigerian, everyone understand that Nigerian cultures, when you marry your wife and she's from your same tribe, chances is your mom or mostly your mom will use your wife against you. Whereby if you don't do things for your mother will go behind your back and use your wife against you and make things be more uncomfortable, which I try to avoid. This is why I might know it from my own country. Just to eliminate, 'cause I watched this happen in many families that I know. And I was like, nah, it's not gonna happen with me. 'Cause I know how I'm headstrong. You ain't gonna play mind game with me. You're not gonna behind my back and tell you people against me. When you do that, I cut them up and I cut you off too on top of that. And say, guess what? It's a lose situation. And this what I did. What I did. My wife from doing that. I got chewed out for that. And guess what? I looked them dead in the face. I said, "And what you gonna do about it? I ain't gonna die. I'm gonna still be living."
All right. Well, let me give you all the other side of the stepdad. Right. So I'm a stepdad. If people don't know, I'm actually a stepfather to two kids, two beautiful daughters. And I think anytime that you are want to ask the question, are you going to be a stepdad? You got to first ask yourself, is it a good deal? Everybody know I'm a businessman, and I want to know, was it a good deal? And I personally say, if you got kids that's unruly, you automatically should be a no. Like if their kids unruly, they don't have. My biggest thing that I was looking for is my wife need to have control of her own kids before us having a relationship is even possible. That should have been like out the gate. And then once I realized that she had control over her kids, the next step was that me and her needed to sit down and we need to have a conversation on discipline, on what's the goals and how the kids are going to be an asset to me and not more of a liability to me. And
now, quick question. Had she said you can't discipline the child, because my last actual relationship, it was like that. She was a single mother as well, right? She only had one child, but she only had one child and it was a girl. And we were together for a while, actually. So when we broke up, I lost two people that I love, you know? And so, and one of the things was I couldn't spank her. And I was like, no. She said, well, if you just tell her what to do, she'll do it. I said, she doesn't do it now. I said, she doesn't even do that for you. I've sat here and counted before. I said, there's a time where she's telling her to stop, right? She's telling her, and it got to the point where it got on my nerves. It had gone on so long. So I started counting. Yeah, after it got on my nerves. So she'd been telling her before this. I counted 9 times. I said, are you actually gonna ever do anything about this? You told her 9 times since I started counting. And I started counting after you telling her no got on my nerves.
So
you're exaggerating, this, that, and the other. And then we got to the point where we're getting married. And then I was like, okay, I'm not talking about beating the kid to sleep. I think anything more than 5, like 5 hits, that's excessive. You made your point with 3 or 4 licks. You made your point. The kid gets it. Send him to their room now.
Well, so the first thing is that would have disqualified that woman because she don't have control of her kids. So she wouldn't have made it past step 1. And the second thing is, as a stepfather, you have to have wisdom. And so it's certain things that my daughters might do. I might not agree with it, but I don't have to correct every single thing. I don't have to do everything. So me and my wife, we made an understanding when we got married if I see something that is wrong and I come to you as my wife, since you're submitted to me, you need to correct it right then and there, point blank and period. And so I think men don't really understand if that woman's under your covering, it's not all about you correcting the kids and the kids taking it wrong. What you can do is you can go to your wife and say, hey, because I believe in marriage, hey, this is what's wrong and you need to correct it. And if she's truly submitted to you, it don't matter if she's agree with it or disagree with it, she's going to correct those behaviors every single time. So I think it's an order that you got to have when it comes down to those things.
Okay, and another problem was, and I didn't find this out until we had the marriage discussion. She was not a submissive woman at all. She is a woman who refuses to, flat out told me, she refuses to submit to any man.
Well, she wasn't a wife, period. Like you should.
And so and so that's when I found that out. And so then I had to make an adult decision. This isn't gonna work.
Well, this is what I'm telling men.
We had to call it quits.
I'm just telling men this: have these conversations sooner. You should.
That was my mistake. I should have had that discussion far sooner. Pretty much in the beginning, almost in the very beginning, should have had the discussion. What does marriage look like for you? If we were to get married, how do you think we would operate in things of that nature? You know, 4th or 5th date, something like that.
First date.
Hypothetical.
First date.
First date.
Like first date. Like if I turn a woman off talking about marriage, she's not wife material in my opinion. Like real talk. Like what are we really talking? If I say, hey, check this out. My goal is the end game. Now, this if I'm dating intentionally. I know a lot of people just out there sleeping around. That's different. But if you intentionally dating somebody and your goal is marriage in your mind, you should say, hey, check this out. I believe in asking 1,000 questions. Hey, do you like women? Have you ever been with a woman? Like I'm putting pressure on you. And if you don't like me putting pressure on you the first date, we wasn't gonna work at all anyway. But I'm still gonna give you the same respect and let you ask me questions too. I'm going to be open so that we can really start vetting each other the proper way. Hey, you got kids. How many kids you got? How many baby daddies you got? Is he involved? Is your baby daddy crazy? Is he psycho? Have your baby daddy ever put his hands on you? These are the questions that you need to be asking these women. And what we do is we wait till we fall in love. Then we say, now it's time to start asking these questions. And
that's it's far too late because feelings are involved now. No, it's not as easy to just walk away.
Let me filter you, because what happened is don't waste her time, don't waste your time. You can filter this first, second date. You be like, man, we're not going to work. I appreciate you sitting down here talking to me. We're not even a good fit. You go on. My feelings is not invested. Her feelings. If we the first 2 dates, she'll forget about me in 3 weeks because I wasn't that important. What we do is we get in and we traumatize these women, and then they get attached to us. Then we try to make a bad situation work. So that's one time people stop trying to make bad situations work.
So I wouldn't even ask on the first date, because the reason I wouldn't ask the very first date is because a lot of times when you're dating, a lot of people are trying to look as good as they can. So then I don't think they're gonna answer those questions honestly. Yeah. I'm not even a big fan of like going out on dates. I like to get to know people, just vibing with them and kicking it with them. I guess which is more of I'm not saying anybody has to do this, but it's more of like a courting thing, because people are more willing to let their guard down and let you know who they really are when you're not in a dating scenario. But that's just me.
Disagree. The reason I disagree with you is because that's why in the business world, we take clients to eat. When you eating at a table, when you're breaking bread together, you're open for more conversation. And if she lying to you from the get-go, get away from her. Like if you ask her questions, you like, man, I feel like she's lying. These are red flags.
Well, hold on. You can do that without dating.
You can still take them out. You can still kick it with them. What I'm saying is I'm not making it an official date. I'm not saying, hey, I like you. I want to take you out on a date. What I might do is I might be like, hey, me and some friends are going to kick it here. You want to come hang out? And I might have a conversation with you just like that.
But I don't want to even introduce you to my friends until I know that we're a thing. So what I'm saying is this, right?
But you're already in my network if I'm talking to you. That's how I did it, at least.
This is why I agree with Queso is saying. Hold on. Do I agree with Queso is saying? Because I did the dating thing for almost 10 years of my life during my 20s, and I realized it's a waste of time. But I find it, hear me out. No, hear me out, email. You may not like it, but this is the fact. You don't have to go on a date. You don't have to go on a date to eat and have a conversation. You can say, you know what?
That
you
is
might
a
well
date.
go.
If two people go eat and have a conversation, you on a date. Now y'all can name it whatever you want. The definition of a date is two people coming together and fellowshipping and know more about each other. That's a date. Now you can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's a date. What you
Well,
want to
I
call
would
it?
either go out for a cup of coffee, go out for a bun, and hang out with some peers. Because here's the thing, dating, as I see it right now in today's society, have been what I call an epic failure in many levels, form and fashion. You may not see it that way, but I see it on a bigger scale. Because what dating does is order to mean for drain people's pocket and to create heartbreak. Let me tell you why. First and foremost, when it comes to dating, it consists of money. You gotta go to all kind of restaurant. You gotta wait a whole lot of money to get that woman attention. If you're
No,
not
you
doing
don't.
that one,
Y'all dating wrong. Y'all don't know how to date.
hey,
That's what
no.
I'm saying. If the first date I gotta take you to a 5-star restaurant, we ain't dating the right way. No, we going to a coffee shop. That's
I
a
agree
date.
with that. I agree
Like,
with that.
If I take you to a coffee shop to get to know you, we're on a date. That's a date.
Right.
But let me say this, E. Before I ever took my wife on a first date, right? Before I ever did, me and her were already really good friends because I had several conversations with her and I was interested in her already. And we built up a friendship, and then I took her out on a date. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying dating doesn't work. I'm just saying that's an alternative to really get to know somebody.
I agree with you. Like before me and my wife, actually, we was like messaging, we was texting, we was talking, we was FaceTiming, we was getting to know each other. I'm not just saying I meet somebody and I say, hey, let's go get coffee tomorrow. No, I'm saying it is a point that you need to get it, but it's sometimes that you need to get a person out of their house. You need to get them away from everyone. And y'all need to sit down face to face at a table is what we call American dating. Now I don't know what they call it in Nigeria, but in America it's called dating when you sit across from a table and y'all talk about those type things. So
Amen. Here's my thing.
Black David.
Let me
We
ask
call
everybody,
it
everybody
an
else.
interview.
Queso,
Applying for a job.
What's up?
You
Canadian
don't pass
boy,
the
Zoe,
interview.
Genesis.
Next.
You help me out with this one, okay? Why is it that women don't want to go out on dates anymore? Like the whole going out for coffee thing, I think that is the lamest thing of all time. Like, go for coffee. No, let me take you to dinner. I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. You know? Or
I don't know women's that declining that, but I'm gonna let Genesis.
Right. Where'd you get that from?
No. I don't want to go out to dinner. No, let's just go for coffee. I'll meet you at Starbucks. Lane.
Well,
That's to your advantage.
Lane.
Maybe
Hey, but
the
Mandrell
interest isn't there, and they don't know how to say that the interest isn't there.
You in the friend zone and you don't know.
You can
But
say it just
Mandrell.
like you did. The interest isn't there.
But Mandrell, that's a
Thank
good
you.
thing. Mandrell, that's a good
I mean,
thing,
but at
bro.
least you're not paying for dinner. It's just $5 cup of coffee.
Bro,
Genesis, you really think it's about interest when she's still willing to go out on a date with them? It's just she doesn't want to spend like hours with them,
look, y'all are missing
coffee
it.
is just like a 20-minute to half an hour conversation versus
y'all are
2-hour
missing it.
conversation.
I agree.
If I were on the
Oh my
fence,
gosh.
if I were on the fence about somebody, like, he might be, I don't know. I don't want to be stuck at dinner with him for 2 hours.
Have your meal. Enjoy it. It's my dog.
Hey,
Cam up, Lance. Cam up, Lance.
Hey, listen.
What are you talking about, Lance?
When you ask that question and they say no, right? Look to the sky and thank the Lord in heaven and move on. That is a very good thing. You don't
I
want
do.
them,
I do
you
move
do
on.
not want
The
them
thing
to
is-
accept.
No, the thing is, I do move on. What I'm looking for, I'll tell you this about me, so you will understand. You guys understand me better. 90% of the time when I ask questions, I'm honestly looking for understanding.
Okay.
Like whenever I'm in a conversation with anybody, first thing I'm looking for is understanding. Because if I don't understand you, I can't even answer you. If you ask me a question, you know what I mean? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to understand this dating world because maybe I'm moving wrong. Maybe I'm moving wrong. Maybe I'm asking wrong. I don't know. That's why I'm asking this question. What is that?
It's
I don't know what that
almost
is.
It's almost as if the vetting work is being done for you, if you know what I mean. Because if you ask someone for coffee and they're like, coffee, ew, yo, vetting process done. Move on to the next person. That's why I say it's an actual good thing. Because if someone's going to turn up their nose at you, that they can't even sit down and have coffee with you, I don't need to understand why they won't want to do it. I'm going to go to the next person. Good. I didn't waste my time. I didn't waste my money. That's what I'm saying.
I think
It's not that they turned on the coffee.
Oh, my bad, Genesis. My bad.
Yeah, it's not that they turned on the coffee. It's that they turned down the dinner, and they want to go to the coffee. I'm like,
That's just the time that they have. I don't see how working with someone based on their age time. Like, because if I offer something, the thing I'm looking for is reciprocity. So if I say I want to go here, it's like no, but I'd rather go here. At least you're trying to still stay engaged. Because I've had chicks that do not respond back at all because you wasn't trying to take them out to a 5-star meal. I'm not looking for that type of chick. I'm looking for like, so as soon as you say dinner, it's probably stars going off in her head, but it's probably for the wrong reasons. What I'm looking for is the reciprocity. If she's still trying to go out, she might have different times or whatever. And even if she denies the coffee, if she don't drink the coffee, but she's willing to offer something else and say, no, but I prefer this. No, I want to do this. That's the conversation. And even in that, it shows her that you're willing to work with her. And that's to be appreciated and understood, because it doesn't mean you just cut off the vetting process. You can't make that black and white, especially for women. You just got to give options. So if you have other options, then that's great. And the more options you have for female, the more likely she's going to A, let you choose, or B, just give what her preference is. And you can always take that into consideration.
Yeah, I misunderstood what he was saying.
Make the final decision.
I think we got to have wisdom and understand where we're at in the dating. I think some men try to say, oh, this a dinner one-on-one, and y'all ain't even at that stage. And she don't see you like that at that point yet. She don't know you enough.
It's dinner.
No. So
that's none of my business. If I'm interested in her, then I'm making it be clear. And if there's something that's gray area there, I'll let God choose for me. Oh, that if it's not for me, there's going to be a lack of interest or a lack of show on her part, and I'm okay with that.
Well, how about
talking to her,
her
she's willing to work with me, then that's different. Go ahead.
How do we give her a choice?
Her a choice.
How do we do that?
How do you give her a choice? It comes in the interest. It comes in the why am I taking you out to begin with? Is that if I'm interested in you or I want to spend time with you one-on-one, I'm trying to pick your brain. It doesn't even matter really. We could go to Paris or we could go to the park. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a difference where it just matters that I'm there with you. Not to make it sound like romantic, but that's kind of the point is what I get from you one-on-one. It's not really going to matter the setting. Like E-Man had a point about breaking bread with somebody, and that does to me elevate going out to dinner more than a coffee break. So when you made your point earlier about the level of interest, that's why I was asking. So that made sense to me, Genesis. But for the giving options thing, you always got to be able to give options because
I think
you have to let her see that she doesn't have to make the choice. Go ahead.
I think the communication is the problem because when you're communicating with a woman, right? What she's doing is what I understand a date is. A date, I'm asking you to go out somewhere because I want to get to know you. I want to have a conversation with you, right? And she just telling me where she want to have the conversation at. If she said, I want to have a conversation at Red Lobster or Starbucks, that's what she's telling me. It's my responsibility to either want to do that or not want to do it. And I think the communication is really the problem because is the dinner important or getting to know her important? And I think that's the type of thing that I'm trying to get an understanding of from Mandrell.
Go ahead, man. I mean, I'll answer. Go ahead, man.
Or either anybody, because that's kind of what I'm trying to understand.
What now? What was the question again?
So my question is, when you're trying to take someone on a date and you suggest a dinner, for example, you say, "Hey, I want to take you on a dinner," and she said, "Hey, no, I'm kind of more of a coffee type person. That's kind of how I like to do those things." Is it that you're trying to get to know her, or is it that you just want to date her on your terms? Because from a communication point of view, she's willing to still have the conversation. And
I do the coffee date. Now, don't get me wrong. I do the coffee date. I just don't get why you would not go for the dinner date and go for coffee. I mean, the thing is,
let me explain why.
I was raised old school. You open the doors. You take the woman to a dinner date.
But Mandrell, let me explain why. When it comes to going to dinner date and go to the coffee, it's all based on the scenery, the scenario. Because on a coffee date, it's more relaxing. There's no added pressure. You're going out to get something to drink. Either you'll get a bagel or whatever, but You did to have a in-depth conversation, get to know that person. When you go on a dinner date, it's like a presentation. It's almost like you're expecting a lot from the person. I learned as a nerdy guy, I like to go on a coffee date or to hang out with people and have conversation over a cup of coffee or tea, whatever you're into drinking. You want to get an iced tea, I get you an iced tea, whatsoever, because those type of scenarios lead to deep level conversation. You get to know that individual on a deeper scale than you go on a dinner date. But it also saves you a lot of heck and plus also save money in your pocket.
But if
I'm sorry, wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry. Is the point of dating not to show the promise of the future of what all you have to offer? Oh, is that not the so
No,
it's okay for
it's
okay for women to be giving up pussy by the second or third date, but it's not okay to splurge on a nice dinner.
Lance, stop taking the conversation somewhere else.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, are they not making it easy? They used to. I mean, back in the day. I mean, back in the day, I'm just saying, like, my dad worked a really long time before he got.
Support in a minute.
I mean, what?
I'll
My
be
dad
real.
worked a really long time before he got my mom. Like, he fell in love with my mom's voice. Like, he heard her singing on a tape recorder, and that's how he wanted to meet her. He desperately knew instantly, like, that he wanted her, and even though he didn't have much, he found lots of creative ways to show her what he had to offer her for the future. They were in turn together for 24 years until she died. I'm trying to figure out, was that not? No, wait a minute. Was that not the point of dating?
No. Listen, we about to move it. Before we move it, I just want to make this point because it's about to move. I'm telling you, I know it's about to go. What I'm saying is that women, for example, because I have worked with a lot of women. Say, for example, if a woman got a child, she understands that her time is not available at night because she don't have a babysitter compared to she can get coffee while the kids are in school. Availability makes a big difference too. Why
Get her a
she's trying to
babysitter. If she's that special, if she's not, then stop fucking with her. Like, I don't understand if it's not.
Lance, let me tell you something.
Nah, bro.
That time your dad met your mom back in the yesteryear, the women are different than what women are today.
So they deserve less.
They're just not that special initially. You have to be
the point of the date is to qualify. It's not that they're not that special, it's that you don't see them as special.
Let's be real, Lam.
Yes, okay.
What you're
point.
acting for.
The point of the date. So the point of the date is to find out that the time spent. You're saying I'm going to invest time to figure out. So you're checking your options. You don't necessarily
look at it this way.
What are y'all doing before the date, though? Because, like, are y'all not talking in length to this person, like, beforehand to figure out?
Well, see, I'm getting right to the date. I'm trying to figure it out.
Let me be logical.
I'll take the time to talk to you if we have certain stages together, but I'm not trying to figure you out.
Let me be logical here. I know it sounds shady.
Maybe that's the misstep, y'all. Maybe that's the misstep. Did you ever think that maybe that's the
way to find out about a person?
Well, see,
that's the date that you have to pay for the only way to find out about a person.
No.
I mean, I would think that for you as guys, if you guys are asking women out, then that's going to get quite expensive if you're doing a lot of dating. So maybe have a phone conversation or maybe do the coffee date because the coffee date is less expensive.
Yeah, but Genesis, these chicks don't want to talk on the phone. They want to text.
And Genesis,
you want to text $10 a month.
That's your vetting process.
Not about to have a whole conversation with you via text. I'm not doing that.
One 6 people talking at one time. Hello, everybody.
Okay, so what are you?
I know. So all right. So Genesis, this is what I was trying to say. So my issue with dating, right, is because Lance asked a very good question, and this is the issue with dating. He basically asked, "What's the purpose of dating?" That's the problem because there are many purposes of dating. It depends on the people. Some people are dating for sex. Some people are dating because they want a free meal. Some people are dating because they like companionship. Some people are dating for entertainment. Some people are dating for marriage. This is why I always say, when you're involved in a courting process, which you can argue that includes dating, when you are involved in the courting process, there's only one purpose. I made like a little video about this, but anytime it's dating, you don't know the purpose until you sit down and you have that discussion because everybody has their own agenda, their own end game when it comes to dating. That's the danger or the risk that you take when you date. So that's just my opinion.
But also taking note whether someone feels like there is a proper course when it comes to attaining and acquisitioning said investment toward this person, that's gonna matter to me. I'm not gonna go with somebody who doesn't even take the energy, the effort, or the opportunity to change the fucking setting. My God, that's kind of basic to me.
But if you broke, you shouldn't be dating.
Everybody,
wait, let me say this. If you don't want more from me than that, that makes me look at you a different way. I guess it's how I feel about myself. Like I can't fuck with you if you don't want a certain type of high value coming at you, or you think that I'm deserving of. Period, point blank. So no, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna talk to you for months before we ever meet up. But in the months, if I don't know that you're worth the okay, here's the start. Here's the stake. I gotta put my stake in. So if I'm putting my stake in, I gotta show the example of what I'm going to be possibly for the rest of my life. If you're not dating for the rest of your life, then you're not dating. You're just hosting.
That sounds like something you reserve for your wife. That's something you reserve for your wife. Not something you're dating.
Don't take her to Papa Do's on the first date.
Hold on.
Papa Do's ain't the only thing, but you can change the setting. You can change the venue. You can look. You might be saving up for your own house, or you might have your own mortgage, or you might have kids. By God, come like doing stuff like paying for a babysitter. If you know, like if you've been talking to somebody,
you want me to do what now?
Here's my thing. You've been talking to somebody for 3 months,
you're dating,
and your cousin good with kids. Okay, this is planning for the future. See, it's your mindset. Let me hip you to something.
It most certainly is.
Let me hip you to
that
something.
Ain't it?
Look, let me hip you to something. If you see a girl and you think she's special, you think she's all that, you're gonna know if she's special from off the bat. You're gonna know if you think she's special, not if you know she's special, but you're gonna have thoughts. There's gonna be a reoccurring real in your head.
Let me be logical
here. Saying no, and y'all not listening. The L is for listen.
I am listening.
Listen, I'm trying to hip you down. I'm just trying to hip you down. So listen, if you think someone is special, okay, and special being they recur on your mind, they stay there. They become an imprint. And even if it's a short amount of time, we're not even minding the motivation. We're just saying it's a fact. They're there.
Are you saying later on? Like down the road dating later on?
I mean, like it's not about knowing the future, but it's just knowing that presently they are there. They are present. They're in your mind. They're in your.
They should be if I paid for a sitter.
Hey, why? Look, if you're doing this properly and you talking to them, I say at least 3 months.
I'm not paying for it. That chick sitter.
And you're already look before you even go on a date, before you even start to contemplate about the type of woman that I'm talking about. You can't even get in the mindset of contemplating the type of woman that I'm talking about because you're too busy saying no to the theoretical idea of getting a babysitter for a woman that's supposed to be the woman of your dreams. Come on, you already.
We're talking about reality.
I wouldn't suggest that.
Reality is negative or is positive.
Let me hold on. The guy who is married for 12 years with a father and a grandfather. Let me speak facts here.
IT for 20 years. Go ahead.
And that's fantastic. Okay, so maybe y'all should be speaking on the single person's mind because I think y'all are in fact infecting.
Y'all gotta let Black David cook. He's been
removing the fantasy. You're removing
Black David
this tripped me out because y'all removed the fantasy and then wonder why women come at you like dudes.
No,
come on. You're killing it.
I'm trying to be logical without the emotion.
You're killing it.
Let me tell you why I'm saying that.
This is God
First
speaking.
and foremost, the quality level of women
Stop
today.
the cap.
Y'all are killing the very thing that you desire the
Stop
most.
the cap.
You hear Black David.
You're killing what you desire the most.
Hold on.
By removing
what I'm trying to say is
fantasy.
this. The quality level of women of today time is not the same of the yesterday.
Yeah, you do not get the right to judge the
Okay,
quality.
now wait.
Let the woman speak on the women.
Neither are the men. Neither are the men. To be fair,
I know that. I get it. It goes on both sides. I get on both sides.
Women speak on the
Let me explain why I'm saying that.
Hold on, Black David. Wait, let me get Lance together here.
I'm together. I'm wrapped.
I'm over here repositioning my camera and just listening. You talking about let the woman
You don't
tell about the
look,
quality of
if
no.
y'all command the fantasy, if you police the fantasy of meeting a woman, of desiring, of acquisitioning and capturing. What you talking about? You trying
when
to
you go, Lance, when you go to Walmart and you pick out your when you go pick out your fruit and your vegetables, do you call the farmer in to show you the best quality of the food, or you do it yourself?
I absolutely do it myself with the knowledge of the years that I've had picking out bad fruit and good fruit, surprising myself and knowing that sometimes I never made the best decision when it came to picking out the oranges. I was picking out navel and I should have been over here picking out the California orange.
And you know why? Because you know why you didn't do that? Because you didn't grow up in the right atmosphere.
Oh, I definitely grew up in the right atmosphere.
No. I'm not saying it in an insulting way. I'm not saying it in an insulting way.
I didn't grow up.
I'm saying I grew up. Right, exactly.
To pick fruit.
Exactly.
And so I try my best to pick fruit, but I know I am not a fruit picker. I know I can only go over the knowledge.
Mandrell said, "Not if you
I've encountered so far." But I know that there's still a piece of juicy right out there. I know it's out there.
So we paying for women. He said, "Not if you paying for babysitters."
I'm not. Look, we talking about. Oh, take a little shorty over to your cousin. If y'all been talking for 3 months, surely you know your cousin.
I'm not gonna burden my family with that nonsense.
Know each other. They probably
I don't know anything about that child. I'll take her over to my cousin's house, and then the kid might end up being Damien. What if I'm in New York and I get a chick up there, and I live with my sister?
I'm just saying,
hey, I need you to take care of this.
I'm not saying every girl you try to talk.
He said this. See, he didn't say him or her. He said this.
Let me say
I'm not
something.
saying you should have a babysitter lined up so you can get some emergency pussy.
I'm not. She should have that doing. She got to put something in somewhere.
How often are you dating?
How
often are you dating that Isn't you the can't date afford mutually beneficial? Just like he's getting to know her, she's getting to know him too.
Right.
So why is the responsibility solely on him to provide a babysitter? It's not about who wants a wife. Then she needs to put in some work. It's not about depending on him. It's about coming up high and surprising somebody.
Oh,
we don't do that enough. We don't just surprise nobody.
That shit over with. Them days been over.
I live in a whole different
Them days been over.
Sphere than y'all.
If I'm dating you, I'm getting to know you. I'm not responsible for your child or where your child gonna go. You need to find out where that kid gonna go way before I come.
Hey, I beg of y'all, please let Black David talk. He's been waiting for 30
Okay,
minutes.
Let's see what Black David got to say.
Come on, Black David. He
better
be good. He better be good.
Come with what? Why can't you go on a date with the kid?
What the fuck?
Well, because
it's not important enough.
Have you ever done that before?
You don't drag your kids but we talking about the future. And this goes back to what's the purpose of dating for you? What's the purpose of dating for you? Listen, what's the purpose of dating for you?
Hold on, Black David. Let's let Black David.
It's not worth it. For me,
go ahead, Black David. Go ahead. It better be good too.
I'm trying to be logical here. I'm not trying to put emotion. The problem with your ideas, they fall on flat, real bad. And it's not realistic. That's number one. Number two, when I say the quality of the woman are not the same as the yesteryear, it's based on a value system, based on their foundation. What they base their mindset, what is their view, or what is the ideal person? If it's based on something and based on false reality, you gotta look at that as well. Because as I see it all across the board, everybody come up with some stupid ideas. What they think what a good man, what a good woman is. And as I listen to the so-called list, a lot of men speak out, a lot of women speak out. 9 out of 10, they have nothing of something that could go for a long-term period of time. So this is why the idea of trying to showboat or show out to a woman is not that necessary.
Black David, do you think that 3 months' time of acquisitioning would be enough time to actually discern whether someone's empty or full of something? Is 3 months not enough time? Because if it takes more than 3 months, maybe you're not full of something.
You're talking to a guy who comes from a family where they don't believe in dating.
You come from a family where women take care of kids all the time, 4 and 5 wives. I don't understand how that concept could be so far outside of your realm.
Arranged marriage. They don't do
no,
dating.
not just arranged marriage. We talking about concubines.
He right.
We talking about and I believe in arranged marriage. That's just another form of communism, which works.
And that's what I'm trying to explain to you because they don't do dating. The dating thing does not work.
But can we actually
does not work.
Can we actually note? Can we actually note that in the acquisition of concubines, multiple wives, arranged marriages, there is no need for you to be full of anything. You just have to have a necessary set of skills. Correct?
That is correct, but it has nothing to do with dating.
Thank you. Now, if we're talking about love, which is an infallible, intangible thing, this is an idea. Now, if we were talking about arranged marriages, there's a rule book. There's a rule book. There's a whole question, Lance. I ain't paying for no babysitter unless you come through on some real shit. And it's hard.
I'm talking on real stuff.
It's hard. It's hard.
I'm talking on real stuff, but let me.
It's hard to find.
Hold on. We can't run over that. Hold on, Black David. What you say, Genesis? What you say, Genesis?
You can play with the word salad.
You ain't taking. No, that's not to say I haven't. No, wait. That's not to say that I haven't. But also, I have a whole different vibe. I rarely have the opportunity where I'm able to do a pleasure like that.
But I have a problem. I'll be quiet for a minute.
I'm just saying, if you
I just want to say this. This is the problem.
When they're vetting people, they look at your background. They see what you're all about.
Okay, yeah, we understand that arranged marriages work. But this the problem is we got so many people on the internet ain't taking their own advice. They out here just giving out this free advice.
I mean, okay, let's keep it real. If we're taking it personally, how often does a gay man have an opportunity to actually pay for a babysitter for another man? I have went out with men before that have kids and they've taken care of their own kids. Or I have been in a couple of situations where I've been taking care of my godchildren, or I've been taking care of my nieces and nephews, and they'd be like, "Hey, what do we need to do to set up a date?" Oh, well, woo, and then they will arrange something to make it happen. It's about the consideration and the thought put in mind that can change a person's perspective completely.
But Lance, can I ask you this question? And I hope you don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not trying to be offensive.
I would.
Can we at least agree that dating heterosexual and dating I don't know what it's called when two of the same sex is different, or you think it's the same?
I think it's the same energy. I think it's the same basics. It's about how considerate are you going to be of another person. If you know a person has a crazy hectic work schedule,
I will let you know. I don't know anything about this subject. So
what are you going to? But also keep in mind, this is for me, this is upon the premise of actually taking the time to get to know somebody before you're deciding to take your funds, your energy, your time, your devotion, and your consideration to put towards. I take dating very seriously.
Now I agree with that part.
I take dating very seriously. So I'm not gonna.
Do you think that consideration works the same for both men and women, or not men and women, within a leader and a follower?
I agree with you on that. I do think women expect an unfair amount of consideration from men, but I think it's extremely unfair for you to set up a negative, a projected response or a negative fixed response based on what the community thinks when you're not even having the time to put the energy in to find out if someone's special. I think let me rephrase that for you. If you're so worried about what your homeboys think, and you're so worried about what you're so infected with what the community says about how you should treat a Black woman, or the time that you should take to invest into knowing something or someone to decide and discern whether you're going to give that energy to somebody, that it flips and you manipulate yourself into thinking that someone isn't as special or isn't as deserving as you think they should be. Now, if your value system is that fucked up, that you don't think a person deserves a consideration for you to try to make a move, for you to get to spend time with them.
So in this scenario, are you saying this is a date after getting to know the person after a while?
After a while. I mean, back in the days, the first place you had a date was your parents' house. Come on. The scene was set.
So you're not even talking about traditional dating.
No, I'm sorry, modern dating. I'm not talking about modern dating. Oh, modern dating is out the fucking window. That's what I mean.
No,
that's trash.
You're saying modern dating does not beat traditional.
The traditional, yes, when you go to the traditional dating standards and you're not fucking a bunch of bitches on the side. You don't have a bunch of microwavable, poppable bitches just popping up at your house.
Microwavable, poppable bitches. Wait a minute. Did you just say microwavable, poppable bitches?
Microwavable.
Talking about black women right now.
Microwavable, poppable bitches. That's what you just said.
Yes, he did. When you actually holding the nut in for a good month, 2 months, 3 months, with some expectation, some anticipation. It used to be you used to have to hold something, and then when you get that, it meant a little bit more, and we have to talk about that.
No, you got to talk about post clarity. You got to talk about post clarity. That's a
factor. That's a factor. Nobody's holding that nut in for a special someone. Nobody's looking at their shit and thinking that's my seed, and that's golden to me. And I ain't gonna put it in just any old thing and this, that, or the other. Like ain't nobody doing it. So I mean, I think we need to take that into factor and consideration.
So I just want to say this, and I hope
you're so right. Because truth overrides wrong all day, every day.
No, it doesn't.
How does truth not override wrong, man?
I'm saying that you're wrong. So this is what I'm saying is, I might be wrong, but this is my personal belief. A man pursuing another man and a man pursuing a woman is two different things. It's two totally different.
Have you ever pursued a man? Because I pursued a woman.
Oh my God!
Okay, you can't speak on that. Can't speak on that. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
He actually need to pursue a man, E-Man.
That's unfair, E-Man. I'm just playing for real.
But yeah, I got you. So
no, it's okay. It is. I will give you. It has its differences, but I don't. It's not. It's about my person. It's about my character. It's about my character and what I feel like a person deserves. I want somebody to treat me like I deserve something, and I will treat you like you deserve something. I am not going to. I don't give advice to straight men. I give advice to men who can be open to a character change, who can be open to reflection. That's the difference about me. If there's only standing on the panel, maybe we should start inviting some more to Rainbow on this.
Along that same line, and I mean no disrespect by this, you can't teach men how to date women. Only women can do that.
Wouldn't it be me who have a closer opinion to what women think and how they feel and how they?
It would not. You're not a woman.
No, leave that to the women.
This is absolutely to the women.
Leave that to the women. I mean, that's like me. That's like me. If you're saying that you're a gay man, that's like me trying to, as a woman, give advice to gay men about dating other gay men.
I'm not giving advice about dating. I'm giving advice about investing into any person. That's not what you
said, though. That's not what you said.
If you want to break it down, if you want to women. Did I not just say that I'm giving advice to men who are open to character and to reflection and open to character change and open to considering a different point of view? It's not about the gender of which I date. What any man or woman isn't important. Only you can decide the value of someone before you decide to invest in them. If in 3 months you decide that this person's not really worth like me taking out on a date, then don't still try to fuck them. That's all I'm saying.
How have you not taken this person out on a date?
We have to realize that everybody's reality is not the same. Because you think that it should be 3 months doesn't mean that everybody else should. Somebody might think that they should be married by 3 months.
That could be possible. But those people who have been getting married in 3 months are the ones that are divorcing. They're the ones that are reaching out. Like I was asked. I don't know if that's verifiable. Here's the thing. I was asked to come. I was asked to come on. I'm giving my opinion because I was asked to come on the panel. Black Man Unfiltered. If you'd like me to get off, please let me know, and I will cease to have my.
No.
I'm not saying that in
perspective. However, you have to allow people to get a word in edgewise too.
Y'all just we want to hear what you have. 45 minutes. I just came in with this. We want to hear what
you have to say, but then you have to listen to what the rest of us want to say as well. We have to.
How am I responding to you if I didn't listen?
Lance, you've been in here, you've been clowning, and
I'm kind of a fool.
You're very
kind of
animated, and I
That's
love
what I want you to
that. I
say.
love that you're very animated and you passionate when you speak.
You don't let
I
anyone
love
finish when
love.
they're challenging your points, though. You don't let anyone.
I'm kind of a fool, but that's not to say that I don't hear you.
So Zoe's addressing Lance. Hold on, Zoe's addressing what you. He's addressing what you were saying. Go ahead, Zoe.
You haven't let anyone else challenge your points, and that's important
at
for
the
it
time.
to happen. When something like just right now, like when Black David spoke, you didn't let him finish. When where'd he go? When E-Man was talking, you didn't let him finish.
E-Man said he can't handle it.
When I was talking, you let me finish. And I think Mandrell also was speaking, and you didn't let me finish. So, and Genesis, obviously Genesis as well. So that's the point. It's like that's why I said your name is L for listening. You did say a lot. But the thing is, if someone's going to challenge your point, let them finish challenging your point to let them clear up. I'm telling you this because it's a problem I have too. So it's just something I know that I have to be conscious of. So when I see you doing it, it makes me think like, damn, this is what I be sounding like sometimes if I don't let somebody finish.
I just heard them repeating the same thing. I probably did. I'm sorry I didn't let you get to the end of the repeat, but that's all I heard was repeats. I heard people saying, well, these women today.
Is that all they were saying? It was a repeat.
You can't group women.
What I was saying is based on the moral value that they're taken seriously. The value of today's society has changed from the yesteryear. Let's think about that first. When you talk about the good old days, what were the values of then? You gotta look at everything in context. And what the values of today's time. They are two different planes. You can't compare them and say they're all the same. They're not the same. If you ask 100 people, male and female, what your value system will be like, it's not gonna be like of the yesteryears. The yesteryears value system is completely different. That's what I'm talking about. When we come to dating, like Queso was saying, people go to dating, they're dating for different agendas. It's not like a back of the yesteryear when people were actually dating, they were dating to get married. They weren't dating for different agendas.
I'm dating to get married.
I do things in context because when I talk about these things, I look at the bigger picture. I don't just narrow it down to X, Y, and Z. No, I just don't do that. From experience, I understand what's going on.
Can I say what I see?
All about you.
I am happily married, so I must have done something correct.
What happened in Nigeria and what happens in the U.S.
I'm glad you're gonna mention what happened in Nigeria. In Nigeria, they don't support dating because they say dating is a waste of time.
You said not to make comparisons.
Let me explain to you why I'm saying that.
You're comparing women of yesteryear.
The idea of dating,
you
being what they call a false representative of an individual. You're putting your best representative, but you're not being your actual self. In Nigeria, they want to value that individual who will be dealing with their daughter. So that means they get to know who you are. They'll see your family, see your background, see what you're doing with your life. They get to understand you're not going to fake it. In today's society, people fake it till they make it. Why you got to do all that for? Let's be real. Let's be honest. I'm being logical.
Let's be real.
I'm being logical.
So if that's the case, if they are all, everybody is forthcoming in Nigeria, then are you suggesting that in Nigeria they don't get divorced as well? Because everybody's forthcoming and they have their perfect mate.
Yeah,
Come on now, that's not realistic. They make mistakes there just like they do in the U.S.
Around the world.
Would it not behoove you then to have a longer courtship to get to know somebody and their family?
In Nigeria, it's still far lower than the rate of divorce in the US.
No, that's not. So would it not behoove you to court longer to get to know somebody? Would it not behoove you to have your would it not behoove you to have your goal to be
lower than the divorce rate in the US? Either you like it or you don't. You can argue what you think. Fact is fact.
That's personal choice. If they want to get married at first sight, if they want to have an arranged marriage, if they want to date for 10 years, whatever their choice, that's their business.
But they're not getting divorced on the highway. I think you get divorced out here.
We have to mind the business that pays us. Whatever
our
choices are,
let's look at the facts. People getting a high divorce rate in my country? No. If it's out here, yes. What is the cost behind it? You can't just pick and choose your battle. I look at the whole thing, the big picture. What is going on today? The divorce rate is getting so high that people say, "No, I ain't trying to get married no more." Yeah, look at it. You can big on your emotion.
I want to agree with you.
I take my emotion out, and I have to be logical about it. This is why
I do agree with you,
learned from my uncle.
and I'm logical about it.
On emotion,
I mean, that's everybody has their opinion. I could be saying that in your country they don't get divorced because they're not spending time with those wives like people in the US are. If he's spread thin because he's got 5 wives and he doesn't spend that majority of the time with them. There's more opportunity for discourse.
Who are married to more than one wife. All the wives are within the same compound on the same building. So it's not like they didn't have enough time. They're all there.
He's not having a one-on-one relationship with that woman. How there's one man, one woman, or one female, one or 2 females, or 2 males, whatever the case may be in the U.S. So they spend more time together one-on-one. So there's more opportunity for discourse.
Since you mentioned that, what I've noticed so far, people who have more than one wife, they've been married for more than 20 plus years. Now, you explain that to me. How that's possible?
Because he's not seeing her all the time.
Yeah, they're not invested solely into each other.
Yeah, but they're not
over there, whether they're in separate bedrooms or whatever they're doing.
Even though you say that, I haven't seen anyone in those multiple marriage file for divorce.
That's because their needs are minimum. We was on a show, Black Man, you can attest to this. We was on a show with Sir Hale, and we discussed about and I made the statement that men have just gotten to the point where they realize that women expect more from them, more emotionally, spiritually than they ever really required before in the past. I would attest to say that the Nigerians and the Nigerian coded belief that you worked by a certain script. Y'all have a playbook, my friend. Y'all have a playbook. American and Western civilization out here marrying for love. Y'all marry for necessity. There's a purpose, and there is a central focus. My central focus, I always thought the central focus for dating was marriage. And in my mind, if you're not dating
in Nigeria, it's legacy. I'm letting you know that right now.
I understand that, but that's the difference. See, our statutes of being married here in the Western civilization are way more intangible. We do it for love. Y'all do it for the shit that y'all can actually acquisition and attest to right then and there. He has 5 cows. He has 15 acres of land. I'm fucking with this nigga. That's it. Or hey, she cooks well. I see the way she rears kids. I see the way she treats her nieces and her nephews. Yes, that is a good woman. She got childbearing hips. Bang, plus bonuses. But here in the Western civilization, we have one thing that we've never had before that most countries don't have: a choice. And we have to acknowledge that women and men have the choice. You have the choice to invest. You have the choice to invest in your dating partner or not. And I guarantee you, how much you invest in them while you're dating them is gonna attest to how much you get out once you marry them. Because I guarantee you, the girls who settle for less will wake up and be like, "Oh my God, he really hadn't done shit." And the guys the same way. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of this bitch not cooking. Like, it's gonna get ridiculous how many times you have macaroni as a part of your dinner meal. It's gonna get fucking ridiculous. And you're gonna get sick of smelling this baby's diaper when you come home, even though you know you going out making this money. You gonna want some part of this to be traditional, goddamn. So I mean, like, and those are the people that are breaking up. So I'm speaking to the people that are breaking up or having a hard time dating or who feel uncomfortable about dating. Don't be afraid to invest in your partner. Don't be afraid to give a little fantasy. My God, there has to be a dream there.
But how long do we need to be together though?
That's a path all your own. I cannot tell you
what I know.
So that company may go belly up, and then I'm screwed out all the money I invested.
That's when you rely on the
sounds like the vetting is more important at that point.
But here's the thing.
That's supposed to be the ultimate.
Divorce, number one reason for divorce in my country is for infidelity. That's number one reason, not for money.
And that's see down here, that's the reason why people get married. Oh, she do threesomes. Oh yeah, he'll let another girl in the house. Look, that's a reason some dudes will get married down here. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, but the marriage rate in the country is not doing so great. Yeah, look at it as a bigger picture.
And that's why I agree with you when it comes to dating.
But I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at the facts.
That's me too.
I can't.
I'm actually with you right there, Black David. I'm with you. I'm big picture too. Dating is for marriage only. It's for long-term something. If you're not doing that, you're just hoeing, and that's just mine. That's just my idea. That's just my theory. If you're not dating for marriage, you're hoeing for life.
And that's what it turned out to be. Marriage is not today in this world, in this country. Dating is not for marriage. Dating is for the sake of having fun.
But also,
let's just be honest.
Yeah, you got to mind that while you having fun, you are setting the construct, and you're building what everybody expects. Every time that you're dating for marriage, but you get, because there's some people out here dating for marriage, but they fuck with an easy person. And they're just like, oh shit, well, this just gonna be the hit it and quit it. This gonna be the microwavable poppable, this gonna be the pop-up. And they settle for that. But there was a time when you would withhold that for yourself because it meant something to you to withhold that. If you never have any pressure, you don't even add no pressure to the situation when you out here still fucking, but you still dating for love. Like, how you gonna be looking for love? You find somebody, you fall in love with them, but you just fucked somebody else like 2 days ago, and this person's in love with you. So now this person's attached to you, and they have every ammunition to mess up the thing that you're actually trying to build. That I'm telling you that it's gotta be. There's got to be a balance in your life.
So
there's got to be a balance in your life. If you have to have a goal in mind.
You're telling me that I'm listening to you, right? I'm going through my head, going through my thought, and I look at the people who did not do dating, like Sohel, like Anton, and Daniel, and they live in a very successful marriage. They didn't do the dating part. And you mentioned, I had to look at both sides, like who is doing it right, who's doing it wrong, who is having a better marriage life, who's not having a better marriage life. Everybody advocates for dating, but what dating does, it don't show a high successful rate. It's like I'm going to the stock market. I'm not going to invest my money into something that don't have a high turnout.
That's true. You're exactly right.
So if dating have a low turnout, why continue invest in it then?
I mean,
I've been trained to be a logical person because I learned it. When you go by emotion, you don't see the big picture. When you go by logic and fact, things become clear to you. Because being happily married for 12 years and count and still going strong,
I feel you.
I realized, you know what? It wasn't worth it. This whole dating thing was a joke to me.
Short answer is I feel like we can increase the value of dating.
When you wait 10 years of life to this dating game,
I agree with you on that, Lance.
I feel we can advance the value of dating. I think we can make it better, just like I'm an optimist. I believe that we can make anything better as long as we both align enough. I believe everybody goes with the status quo if you actually set the standard. I mean, honestly. And I believe that, yes, like you can make dating better. You can make dating valuable again. You can make marriage valuable.
I don't agree with everything that you say, but I do believe in your ultimate point that you're making, Lance. The pushback I wanted to have against Black David was specifically that there's been dating in the U.S. for the history of the U.S. It wasn't always traditional. Like dating for marriage and courtship, dating, it comes from courtship. It's just more freedom allowed. So you have to allow more opportunity allow for more opportunity for people to meet organically, and that's what dating is about. But it does take away the structure, so you lose the benefit of structure to some degree. But before a certain time period, dating did prove to make successful marriages. The marriage rate didn't just drop because people started dating. So it's not the primary reason you should say don't date. If you want to make a hierarchy to say dating is less effective than courtship, is less effective than arranged marriage, I'll agree with you there. But there is a level of dating that we can get to that understands principles that are agreed upon, where we can say, because we're dating, it means this. It means these are the things I'm trying to get out of this person during the time I spend with them to understand. Which for me, when I date, I specifically am looking for asking questions to gauge character, to gauge what principles she values, to gauge who she's been as a person, because I can't expect her to want to tell me that. The most extreme example is when people talk about a body count. I'll ask about a body count, but I know I'm not going to get no real answer. But that's the same way I know I'm going to ask about other stuff. I'm going to use that same thing to gauge how honest she's being with me. So if I ask her about the body count, she's very reactive, but I ask her about something else and she's less reactive, I can compare the fact of how she reacts to that question to something else. Granted, I'm not going to voluntarily just throw myself out there to ask her body count because I don't care that much. But if she says something that triggers me to think, I was just talking to her regular, and now I feel like I need to understand more about her sexual behavior from a comment she made or something she did or a way she was staring at something or somebody, whatever. I'll use that as a cue to drive the conversation in that way. But I'm also using that to drive the overarching goal is to drive the conversation to find out who she is as a person. There's a girl with a 3 body count that's more messy than a girl with a 6 body count. But it's going to matter who those 3 dudes were that affected her. So when conversations go into past relationships, I don't ask for too many details. I really want to know much about that. I want to know about you, where you came from in that space that made you feel like you did something wrong. How did you hold yourself accountable after that relationship? So I don't got to deal with the bullshit that nigga went through. I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm not going to deal with that shit. And I'm going to ask questions now to let you know I'll disqualify you off the strength early in the vetting versus 3 months down the line.
That's the word I'm looking for. Vetting. Thank you.
I think that's
vetting.
And I'm with Zoe. On almost every 20 days.
But you can vet someone over time, and you can, and I'll still date during that time. I guess I disagree there still. I'm dating early. I'm meeting in person early. If it's online, if I'm in person with you, I'm setting up the time to meet where I know I'll have some free time to at least pick your brain for a little bit, or at least a phone conversation where I can pick your brain. I don't accept less than I don't say I don't accept. I'm not going to put that on myself, but I aim for primarily getting a girl to talk on the phone. Within the first 3 messages of me dating a chick online, I'm finding a way to get her on the phone. I'm like, no, I'm not comfortable with doing the texting thing. Honestly, I may not get back to you if that's the case. But if you want to call, we can talk on the phone or we can do a FaceTime or whatever. And I'm pro that. That makes me feel like where are we waving at?
I'm leaving.
Oh, my bad, Kate. So you want to say something before you left? I'm not about to.
I was just gonna say, man, I love having these conversations with you guys, man. I hope everybody has a great night and get back on topic, y'all.
I came in on
I'm
a date.
heading out too, fellas. It was fun.
No, don't leave,
Talk to
Genesis.
y'all next time, huh?
All right,
don't leave. I thought you had a question for me.
You ain't say that for me.
You said who?
I thought you had a question for me or something.
If I did, I forgot.
I got you.
Mandrell, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
Oh, I've already been turned down. She already rejected
I'm
me.
emotionally unavailable.
There you go.
Yeah.
She
Y'all have a love connection. Wait, did y'all have a love connection before I hopped on here? Because I was cooking some egg rolls. I had missed out, so I didn't know we was pack Sajak over.
Genesis rejected me before I shot my shot. I was like, wow.
Judge Genesis.
Well, I like it.
That is her name, Judge Genesis.
Genesis, can I ask you? I did want to ask Genesis a question though.
Today on
Genesis. Today on Genesis. How do you know that you're emotionally unavailable? Because I think this is something that women need to learn how to actually discern, because there will be women that will sit in their wrongness, thinking that they've gotten it figured out or think that they know what place they are in their life. How do you know that you're emotionally unavailable, and how do you describe that, and how would you describe that for another woman so she could know whether she's emotionally available?
I am emotionally unavailable because I had a fiance who passed away, and I'm not over it. I'm not healed from it. I'm still very much grieving.
Now, if I can interject for a second, Genesis.
Yes.
When you are healed, you're gonna be so amazing for somebody. These dudes, right? Look, let me tell you something. These dudes right now that's looking at you like, ooh, I'm just gonna keep watching these platforms, and then one day she's gonna say, you know, I'm healed and I'm ready to move. But your DM's gonna be so full, you're gonna have to put it on auto delete.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling
what makes you think that?
No.
Genesis, let me tell you.
When I am ready,
I've seen many a comment.
I
have too. That's
you
what
might
I'm
have
talking
a
about.
roster, but somebody got somebody.
Somebody
loves you, baby.
You're a very attractive woman. Whoa.
Hey,
and when you're emotionally available.
I'm sorry.
I said when you're emotionally available. Yeah, the wolves are gonna be out.
Oh yeah.
Well,
The
then
wolves
the
are
wolves
going
have
to. I'm
to
just
have
saying,
their
like, give you a
ducks in
heads
a
up. They're gonna
row.
be after you.
The wolves have to have their ducks in a row and have to be prepared because I've done the work, and whenever I decide that I want to be back on the dating scene, I'm ready to be a wife. I've already done the work, so they have to have done the work before.
My Lord.
What do the ducks in a row look like?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What do the ducks in a row look like? I'm curious.
For me, I can only speak for myself. My
Can't hear
career
you.
is in
I'm muting
order.
until it's time to talk.
My career is in order. My finances is in order. I have good credit. I'm educated. I'm emotionally attached to whatever man that I'm dealing with, and as long as he's well, I won't say as long as he's behaving, because if he's not behaving, then he's out the door. But I'm loyal.
You kicking him out?
I'm sorry.
You kicking him out?
Well, he's not moving in, so this
okay.
is why I said he has to be prepared to be a
Talk
husband.
that talk, Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk that
No.
talk. Exactly. I had to tell my ex that. She's like, well, when we live together, I'm like, yeah, whoa. First of all, I'm not moving in with you.
No.
I'm not moving in the house with any woman at all.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm
So
not
she asked me, what are you gonna do then? I was, I'm gonna build you a house. You know? And I made her come to the real estate to meet. She came to the meetings with the real estate, the company, the building company, the realtor was there, the whole nine. I let her sit there and watch them go through all my financials, all my credit. And she's sitting there looking at me after we got done. It's like, I didn't know you had it like that. I'm like, well, we're not married yet. That's wife information. You know?
Right, as it should be.
Right. But then afterwards, she was like, yeah, so we're going to get the house, right? I said, yeah. I said, so I need you to come in when I sign for when I sign for it. Why? I said, so both our names can be on the mortgage. She's like, well, why don't you buy the house now, and then we'll add my name to the mortgage later. And see, that's when I knew it was over. This is the last single mother that I dated.
I don't know about that whole single mother business. Like, why does that have to be part of her description?
Because
a lot
my
of me,
observation, and this is only anecdotal. From my observation, they tend to be stuck in their ways, and they're used to being in charge of things and running things, and giving up any kind of authority or sharing authority or leverage is difficult for them. That's why when security boss asked me about, when I was on her show, I told her no single mothers though, because it gets way too complicated. The single mothers have a tendency to make things way more complicated than they have to be. All they have to do is literally, with a guy like me, is let a man be a man. That's it.
Okay, so when you say that, do I come off as that type of person?
You most certainly do not.
I'm a single mother.
I get it, but I said that's why I said they have a tendency.
You just said single mothers.
I said they have a tendency. That's why I said they have a tendency.
Let me help Mandrell out.
I said, but I said this due to my observation, and my case is anecdotal.
Yeah, I think Mandrell is talking about the modern day single mom.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of them.
Not your generation.
Right, I'm not sure of your age,
Genesis.
But if you're a single mother in your late 30s, yeah, they more often than not they tend to behave that way. If you believe, if you're in your 50s, then no, you're of a completely different generation. Your mindset is completely different. You look at life in a completely different way than the younger chicks these days. They're off the chain. You can't tell them anything. Even if they're not single mothers, you can't tell them anything. They know it all already.
And that's why I say the value system.
That starts at home too. I mean, I can't really say that because I have two girls that are out in the world.
But that, like I said, it all falls on the value system. What they consider valuable in their mindset. When the value system change over different generation, things change as well. The value system of the yesteryears are not the same value system of today. This is what I was trying to point out.
I could
What?
agree with that somewhat.
Like I told Security Boss, Genesis, they don't make them like you no more.
They do. I made 2 of them, and I'm working on the 3rd one.
Really?
Yeah, I have a daughter who's getting married in March.
Congratulations.
And, yeah.
What about the other 2?
I have another one not far behind that is hopefully going to be married soon as well.
Hopefully.
Yes.
And this is what I was saying earlier,
It's a long-term
because
relationship, but they're not engaged. So
keep me posted on that.
hopefully it works out, and she's going to be the next one to get married.
Yeah.
Wow. So listen, guys. So what we'll do, like this, I want to say this. This conversation has been lovely. But anyway, I want to thank Genesis for coming on tonight. Genesis, you've been amazing. I want to thank Zoe for coming in tonight. Mandrell, as usual. I want to see you again on Tuesday, Mandrell. I definitely want to see Genesis back on Tuesday.
Yeah, I was like ready to jump in because they were talking that child support talk, and I was like, Lord.
Yeah. Oh yes, and you know what? And even tomorrow, will you be you'll be with the ladies tomorrow? You coming on with the ladies tomorrow?
I have an engagement at 1:00. So
okay, they're gonna miss you.
yeah.
But I thank you guys.
I'm gonna peek in.
Janice, did you get a chance to hear about Black David's new product?
Hush.
Catch the beginning of the show, Genesis.
Yeah.
Catch the beginning of the show.
Tail end of that, and that's what I said, y'all over here cutting up. Got this Nigerian oil or whatever it is.
Well, I was laughing so hard I couldn't hold it, man. I was like, oh my God. It just went on, and then everybody started getting a little bit of the pie, man. It was, oh man.
And I didn't know where, but David, I didn't know where they were getting that from or why they were joshing you like that. But you were getting Joan, like for real. And I was like, the more time passed, the worse it got. And I didn't know where it came from. Then I saw the video that he showed. I was like, oh, he brought it on himself.
There was video?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So you missed that?
I must have missed it. I've been dealing
Zoe, you didn't see the video where he made his chest jump for the crowd?
So
no. I'm going to show it. Hey, I'm going to show it to you, then we're going to be out. I'm going to show it to you.
Oh, Lord.
It was wild, man. When I saw that,
they need to invite his family in because we done saw the kids, we done saw the wife.
Yeah. My kid like to jump in it a lot. I got 1 son, 1 daughter, 1 stepdaughter, 1 granddaughter, and 1 grandson. So I got a big family.
Oh wow!
Here we go. Y'all ready?
The struggle packs. Do, which is why I agree with Emmanuel. He exposed himself. The civil liability. This is why you keep those barriers. This is why he talks about a gatekeeper. No matter what, he has to stay out of it. Yes.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
I think that's the Lord. He's trying to stop it.
Yes. God, you need to see it.
Like David, you've been in IT for 20 years. You know that's a bandwidth issue.
Do, which is why I agree with Emmanuel. He exposed himself to civil liability. This is why you keep those barriers. This is why he talks about a gatekeeper. No matter what, he has to stay out of it. He has to stay out of it. This is why top business guys have drivers because they can't afford to get in a car accident.
It's sexy.
You know. Okay, with the struggle pecs.
Hey, guys, I want y'all to. We're gonna dissect this video. I want y'all to look at Sir Hale when he says struggle picks. Sir Hale damn near choked on his own tongue. Watch this. Watch.
Okay, with the struggle pecs.
Okay.
The struggle pecs.
Can you explain to me a little bit about civil liability?
Now listen, I ain't gonna say no names, but when he was making his chest jump, somebody was saying, ooh, and I don't understand why Genesis don't remember this because you right there.
I remember that. I remember.
Oh, okay, man. Because somebody said, ooh. What? Listen.
Gatekeeper. No matter what, he has to stay out of it. He has to stay out of it. This is why top business guys have drivers, because they can't afford to get in a car accident.
It's sexy.
You know.
Oh no.
One of those females was enjoying it. I'm trying to figure out who moans that is. Ooh.
I guarantee it wasn't I. It was not I. We
cannot. Oh my head.
I'm always a good sport, but sometimes
oh my God,
I'm not a good sport.
Yes, you are. Dude, like that night that you fell asleep, bro. He roasted you.
Yeah, when he was sleeping.
Oh my God,
hey,
dude.
I was pushing it too far. So
you were tired, bro. You were tired that night for sure.
Then about me, I was trying to do so much the past couple of months because the pandemic got my eyes open. Okay, you know what? I need to do something on the side. I got one source of income, I need to quit another source of income, I need to do another thing. So it kind of like when you're on your grind, sometimes you forget your own self. And there's something I was taught at the Nigerian, we have to push ourselves so far beyond our limit to the point whereby if we don't accomplish our goal, we're not allowed to rest. So you can imagine how I be feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
So
well, again, man. Well, thank you guys for coming on tonight, man. We're about to shut
I hope you enjoy your laughter. Connect. I'm coming for you guys. For sure.
Thank you, Black David. I appreciate that.
And guys, we have to go back and watch the introduction of Sir Hale tonight, man. He didn't know what to say when he came in. Oh my!
So,
we did you see it, Genesis?
I'm low-key kind of
I didn't. I was over at security boxes still when Sir Hale came over here.
He trying to figure out why they put him and me in the same boat. And he was like, "What did I do?" They were voting me. You're bad. When you come to the baby oil thing, I think y'all went way too far with that one. Y'all went way too far.
I heard some of that.
You
I was in and out.
Slip and grip. Like what the hell?
Yeah, I didn't understand where it was coming from either. But then I saw the video, and it just made everything make sense.
You got to oil up the struggle packs and come back.
Right.
Ain't happening. I know I could be a clown, but that ain't happening. Ain't happening at all. No. There's only a limit how far I can go without jokes.
Okay.
I hope so.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, David, do you use
Linux? I've done it for like 15 years.
David, do you use Linux?
Linux, I used to mess around with every once in a while. Cause one time I had my PC built where I have both a window and a Linux built on the side that I did something wrong.
Yeah,
I did that for one point. I might do it again later, but not out right now because my PC. I'm trying to do some changes along the way because I haven't got
What distro did you use?
What?
Sorry?
Distribution.
None of you did it manually. I did that thing manually.
No, I mean which version of Linux did you use?
Here this guy stand right here. Will walk into a room, the man of the hour. Not only will he walk in a room and the room will shine, but they call him Black Satin in the streets. They call him the chocolate debonair, the man that walks in the room and everything ceases to exist. We're going to give it up for this man right here, ex-praise dancer, ex-stripper. This man used to preach during the day and strip at night. He was a duality in his time. Let's give it up for yours truly with his music tonight. Sir Hale Speaks is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, for your viewing pleasure only, Sir Hale Speaks is in the building tonight.
You got some explaining to do, dog.
To all those who may have seen me on Sunday, I want to thoroughly apologize. On me.
That's apologizing more praise.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh,
you know I'm gonna get you back for this.
Oh man,
that was so epic. It was like
He didn't know what
Candy
to
Dan
say.
said she was the one going ooh in the background. She said,
Yeah, I saw that. Candy said that was her in the background being silly. But man, again, thank you guys for coming, man. Mandrell, Canadian born. I mean, Genesis always. Zoe, thank you, brother.
Oh, yeah.
From day one, Zoe been right there, man. Him and Black David from day one, man. So thank you guys for all y'all support, man.
On the 15th, my first YouTube video coming out. I was talking about cybersecurity with my coworker. We do a lot of contract jobs together.
Okay.
So we trying to do more video, talk about our experience we've done in the past on a corporate level. We have learned so far what we can introduce to the small and medium-sized business, because we realize a lot of small business don't understand what the heck they're doing in today's computer times.
Right.
So we trying to share a better insight of what's going on, what needs to be done, what we should try on. So there'll be more video coming out sooner than later. So we try to be more in depth with our explanation and everything. So the first video will be coming out on the 15th, which I had on my channel. We're doing another one about custom-made PC, because there's a company that started about 2 years ago that made customized laptop, and I've been reading, looking to the video, looking to the article and stuff like that, and see the pros and cons behind it, because I'm a PC junkie. I built PC. I never bought a PC in my life.
Right.
That's just me. I don't believe in brand names. You ask me to build your computer, I will ask what you need it for, and then from there I can help you build it based on that.
Right. Same here, man. I build all my rigs, like my Linux box. I built my Linux computer, like my PC I'm on now.
Mm-hmm.
I built it myself. I don't buy PCs.
I've showcased my PC before. It's a beast. It's too big and too tall. I'll let you see that right now. That is my table. This is my PC. As big as it is.
You get a full tower too.
Yeah, I don't do it. I don't do
Same
mid tower.
here. I get a full tower.
I don't do mid tower because of heat.
Yeah, and cable management is difficult there, man. You gotta. It's just it's a mess. When I do have a mid tower for my Linux box. You know, my Linux machine. That's mid tower, but Linux you don't need much. It's Linux.
But,
you don't need a lot. But for my PC, it's built for gaming and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to build one for my stepdaughter soon, because she's going into real estate. Then I might build one for my son if he needed. But the thing is, I learned from PT, but it allows you to save money.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to figure out how to do that to the small business and medium-sized business. Like, everybody can buy a brand name, but when you buy a brand name, you're going to use it for so long that you got to throw all that one out, buy a whole bunch again, you do the same cycle, and these corporate make a. I learned there's a setup being made on a corporate level that we're ripping off companies, but it's an inside thing going away. But the person who helping them out, they get a big cut of the check.
Okay.
And the thing goes with PCs also, like, say you build one today, and then 7 years later, if you built it correctly from the beginning, the only thing you have to change out later on is maybe a video card, because your processor is going to last you 20 years. And the processor and the video card are going to be the two most expensive things in your PC. That's it. RAM is a dime a dozen these days. Solid state hard drives, dime a dozen these days. Your motherboard, you don't have to get a super strong, super powerful motherboard. You don't, as long as it has what you need. It supports the RAM that you want. It supports all of them support the video cards.
And that's what I'm trying to do for the past 20 years of my career, because I realize people don't really know much about.
They don't. Still today. And
they get ripped off a lot. I used to work for Best Buy, and Best Buy was the best game of ripping people off. I'm telling you right now.
The only problem I had when I built this one, I wanted a 3090 video card, right?
Forget it.
But then I looked at what. Here's the thing: I went to eBay. I was looking at where the scalpers were charging. I said, "Forget that, man. I'll just get the 3080." But then Newegg didn't have 3080. iBuyPower didn't have it. And I was like, in order way to get it, I had to have someone build a company like Alienware build me one. I said, nope, not doing that. I went right to eBay. Give me the 3080.
So, guys, listen. You guys are speaking French and Chinese, Japanese. I don't know a damn thing y'all talking about right now. I'm over here like,
about the video card, man.
me and Genesis is over here like, what the hell is going on?
We went from child support to dating.
He knew exactly what I was talking about.
So, Black David, my Black David.
He knew exactly what I was talking about. I was like 3090.
Real quick, my daughter is, before we end the show, my daughter is about to go to college, and I bought her a laptop today.
I'm sorry.
And I
What?
know. And I want to let y'all see
What
it.
kind?
Yeah.
What brand name?
Hold on.
Is it Apple or PC?
I haven't even unboxed it yet. Hold on.
Is it an Apple or PC?
That is one of the biggest.
It's a PC.
Okay.
Every year when it comes to college, I don't know, many parents ask me the same thing about what's the best laptop for a college student. I say, how much you planning to spend on it?
Right.
That's a Lenovo? Oh, HP. Okay.
So it's HP. So it's
Not
garbage.
bad.
No, don't. What? I got the receipt. I need to take it back.
Well, tell me the specs.
Oh shit!
The reason why he's saying that. Is it a business grade or it's a home grade?
Yeah.
It says.
You know, huh?
Shit, I don't know.
Hold
on. I can tell. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. Online.
I want you guys to listen to me. When it comes to laptop, there are two type of grades. There's the business grade and there's the regular home grade. The home grade can only last me maybe, let's say, 2 or 3 years. The business grade lasts me for almost 5 to 7 years.
Gaming
a lot
is
of
going
people
to
don't know
longer
that.
than that. But gaming's more expensive. Gaming's too expensive. Don't bother. If you're going to spend that kind of money on a computer, build a desktop. Please.
And I helped my mother-in-law whereby she got a business grade laptop that could last for the next 5 or 6 years without no problem, little to maintain. And that people don't get because corporations make money by ripping off people.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I'm considered to be the anonymous because I don't like to rip people. I'm a tech who like to help their people. There's a lot of techs out there that don't want to help nobody. They don't make them make money off you. So I try to do the opposite because when I educate my people what they know, they save money in their pocket and they don't get ripped off. Like the so-called spam game that was going on, whereby you get a pop-up and you either call Microsoft or Microsoft don't call you, don't alert you about your virus issue, because it's not their job.
Yeah, exactly. Because hey, you know what, David? I had one the other day because Windows just came up with a new update, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I update. It's usual stuff, right? I unplugged all my external hard drives. I got 3 right here, but I unplugged all that, reboot it. I boot up, and then I bring up Chrome, pop up, warning, there's a virus on your computer. I just exit out. I did this task manager in process.
Yeah, see y'all back there. Y'all go again talking that Greek. So
what he's saying, a lot of people have to spend almost $200 to $300 to these so-called fake people, and they got ripped off. It was on the news for a good 2 to 3 years. It was a scam that was happening.
So let me ask you this: so Mandrell, you do this for a living too?
No, but with my other jobs, I had to learn it because
I would love to have a show to just let you guys be free to talk about all that. Y'all want to do that?
I'll be my partner in because we know each other for
we
years.
can talk tech, man.
Guess what? We'll have a Q&A where people can come in and ask questions about their computers or stuff like that.
I'm always here to help people. I got a business page on
Facebook. What you think, Genesis? What you I love Genesis. She's so honest.
She is.
You may shake your head on this, but it's also affecting your smartphone too as well.
Yes.
And you know what? One day it did happen. It happened like we were in the middle of a stream, and then someone was trying to get on, and then David, I think it was Sherelle, because she was like, I'm trying to get on your platform, Black Man Filter. Oh, my computer keeps doing this, it keeps blacking out on me. And so Black David went into the background with her and fixed it over the phone. Like just
wow.
Like, and she was like, I'm able to get on now. And I'm like, wow. So Black David, he know what he's doing.
20 years and counting, multiple corporations.
Yeah. So one day I'm just gonna allow you. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna be in the background listening. But I'm gonna create.
I would say get a notebook, get your pen, take notes. I would throw a lot of them out there because there's a thing that's been going on for so many years. Regular people get caught off guard and they spend money when they're not supposed to be spending. My mother got me mad with her because I told when you see
how much should people be spending?
Simple like this. She waited almost $300 for nothing. She didn't have no waited at all. People get ripped up on the regular average amount of money.
It depends on what you want to do.
Oh.
You get in this world today, we don't know anything about computer. they will rip you off easy. They're going to.
Yeah, because
Either
my
you like it or you don't.
sister, she's an actor, right? But she got her Instagram account taken by a scam. And then they're like, it was one of those, hostage deals, Hey, yeah, we got your Instagram account. Send us $500 and I'll release it. And I was like, don't do it. She said, why not? I said, you send them the $500. What happens when they don't release it?
And that'll lead to identity.
It's still going, and you're out of $500. Like me,
That
I got
also
caught
leads
one
to identity
time.
scam as well.
Right, I got caught one time, and it wasn't with a scam. I used to hack a lot. Okay, it's one of those things where when you get into, you have a tendency to push it as far as you can. And I got caught with a crypto locker. Yeah, you know what that is, David? I got caught with a crypto locker. So here's the thing: I saved most of my data. I had to go inside the hard drive and change the bit sequences in the hard drives. It's a bunch of ones and zeros.
Hey, Genesis,
so they
how
go
you
in a
doing?
different sequence.
Right.
I had to change the
I'm good. How
sequences.
you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Do you speak
Come
to
on,
me?
man. I had to change the bit numbers though in the hard drive.
Okay, guys, listen, I swear to God, I'm going to create a platform. I swear. I need to know what days you guys are available. I'm going to let y'all have it, and where y'all can just do it, talk about that, and I guarantee you.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
No. You're fine. Listen, man, everybody's unique at something. This just ain't one of them for me.
This is
But
why
anyway.
I'm trying to teach young kid to get into it. When you teach a young kid to get into it, you'd be surprised.
Absolutely.
I need to see more black people in this. Because there's money in this.
Because the thing is, I had to learn it for a job. Now I was using computers, yeah, but I was working in. Well, I can say this: experimental weaponry. I was working in that, but we had to build our own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So using and working with the alien technology.
Listen, man. Hey. You know what I'm saying? I was working for DOD.
With Halliburton and all those. Okay, never mind. Anyway, so guys.
It doesn't exist, right?
Right. I was working for DOD. You know.
Right. So guys, I really do appreciate you guys for coming, man. And you guys go get you some rest. Black David, go get you some rest. Genesis, thank you for just coming in and gracing us with your beauty and your presence tonight.
Yes, Genesis, please come back.
Mandrell, you didn't look, man. Your gun is not easy.
Black man unfiltered. Don't start no trouble. We
Okay, I'm sorry.
In the room.
I mean, we don't blame the man. I mean, he's a single man seeing an attractive woman. He just saying something. I understand. Mandrell, I love it.
Get your pillow, your covers, your whatever, and go to bed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good night, y'all.
Good night, Genesis. I almost got myself in trouble because I was about to say something, but I caught myself.
What you all right, Mandrell, man. Peace, brother. All right. Hey, man, it's been another episode of Black Men Unfiltered, man. We really appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you so much, man, for coming by. If you have not hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. I think I was almost. Let me look at my subscriptions here. I am not. Listen, it's 7 of y'all in here. If you have not, if you're one of the 7 that have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I am almost at 600, guys. 600. I'm 9 away. 9 away from 600. Can you guys please go ahead and help your boy out and get me to 600? Can you do that? 9 away. All right. Hit the subscribe button for me real quick. I'm 9 away. 9. If you're watching right now and if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for me, please. Thank you, Zoe. I appreciate you, man. And look, tell your whole household, Zoe. Yeah, there we go. Appreciate that, Zoe, man. Appreciate that, brother. Man, Zoe, that's my guy. He been with me since day one, man. He's like a brother from another mother, man. I love him to death. So, but again, guys, thank you so much for watching the content tonight. It has been amazing, as usual. And until tomorrow, 12:30 Central Standard Time, the ladies will be on tomorrow. Wind Down with Real Women. I'll go ahead and give you a preview of that real quick. These are the ladies that will be gracing you with their presence tomorrow. Again, guys, please hit that subscribe button and the like button so we can bring you more great content and more stuff that, hey, I won't be on because tomorrow the ladies will be on. And this is the ladies for tomorrow. Wind Down with Real Women. This is going to be Miss S. Dot and Mother. They've been on every Saturday at 12:30, and they look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow. Ladies, come on, get ready to cam up. Get ready to be a part of the 12:30 Central Standard Time, Mandrell. So get ready to come in and support these ladies on tomorrow on Black Men Unfiltered Network. Black Men Unfiltered Network. This is S. Dot and Mother. They'll be here tomorrow, 12:30 Central Standard Time. All right. Let's make sure we support them and give them some grace and some love. And yeah, let's do that. So again, guys, I appreciate you. And this has been another episode of Black Men Unfiltered. So make sure you support those ladies tomorrow, 12:30 Central Standard Time. It's 12 people watching right now. So if you want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me, because I'm 9 away from 600, guys. 9 away from 600, 400 away from 1,000 once I get to 600. So if you're here right now and you missed the show, please go back and watch it from the beginning. We had a good time, and then we went into a serious conversation. It got a little spicy up in here about the child support system, and so we definitely want you to let's hear that conversation. It was amazing. So I appreciate you guys for coming by, staying with me, rocking with your boy every Tuesday, every Friday, every Saturday morning. And guess what? I'm going to bring more content. I'm going to have other people on the network that are going to bring more content, more ladies, more men, more tech, as you just seen with that just came into fruition with Black David. So again, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Awesome. Thank everybody that moderated tonight. Thank Jenny for being a great moderator. I appreciate her for moderating. Thank everybody that stopped by, all the content creators that stopped by, and make sure you go and subscribe to their pages as well when you go back and watch this. Again, it's been real. This has been Black Men Unfiltered. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.